Alright, so last time we made sure this guy's ultimate ready, level 71, got all the resistances, fixed her ultimate. Let's start the real game. Let's just double check again. Okay, so I've bleed at 78, everything else at 80 or 83 even. And it sounds good enough to me. 28 Fizz Res, 1200 armor with like 100% absorption, 55 devotions, including Ratosh, Hydra, Korvac, Widow, and for defense Tortoise and the Dryad. Yeah, I mean, looks good to me, and we're gonna get more defense with maxed out Ascension, with 10 points Mark of Torment, 10 points in Omen. Yeah, that's good.
Still drawing breath, I see. You...
It's a GRIMTOOLS stream, the real game.
You're not looking for the body you will need.
GRIMTOOLS is the actual endgame, that's true. Yeah, welcome in, Proleaf, White Wolf, Bell Heel, Trash Can, how you guys doing? Hello, hello. Okay, how do I play this game again? I jump, I teleport, I zoom. Okay, so in Lower Crossing, I mean, I should know this map by now, right? We should know this map by now. I have level 74 guns. Also, I should summon my guardians. What am I doing? I have level 74 guns in my stash that I farmed last time as well. That should be a nice upgrade at level 74. Until then, we have a like level 70 gun and I think a level 55 gun, which, well, isn't quite as much damage as the level 74 guns will be. But yeah, that just means it's kind of nice to have an upgrade waiting for you. And you don't have to like worry about your damage falling off anytime soon. Captain Keeney, welcome in. Gotta get those crystals. Into the cave we go. Always make sure to proc Bone Harvest whenever you're fighting a stronger enemy. And you get an 8-second buff. So ideally if you kill that mob in 8 seconds, you don't have to like reapply the skill ever again. But if not, then well, just cast Bone Harvest again, but like only every 8 seconds. You don't want to like spend your time casting Bone Harvest really that often. Because you just want to like pew pew. Pew pew pew. Hop, hop, hop. If you see any totems in Ultimate, totems are gonna be like super worth it when it comes to like item that they can drop and like blueprints that they can drop as well. So you want to make sure to not miss out on any totems. You can also make your map bigger like this, right? Or like open the map every now and then to maybe have like an easier time spotting those totems. We're thinking about trying a Lightning Bomber Man Elementalist at 2.2 and 1.2 rather, not 2.0. It's not Grim Dawn 2 yet, not quite yet, no. Yeah, I think that should be a really, really good build. And 1.2 to be honest. I mean, damage-wise it was never really like bad, but it just always felt a little squish. But now with the regen buffs, it should be good. If you like go like regen as your main defense. It is if you go for like a nice hybrid version where you don't sacrifice too much for damage. Like too much damage for regen rather. I'm thinking about 2.0 because of Cyberpunk, yeah. Cyberpunk 2 is out. Another cluster. You want to check the 3 houses again, right? You need to kill Milton Heart. Check the 3 houses. 1, 2, 3 somewhere over here. There he is. Hop Ascension. He's a Bone Harvest, right? Maybe hop behind him, there we go, and just kill him. Dude, there's like one weapon pool skill, I think it's Smite, right? Like Smite is just so crazy, like sometimes it's like Giga Burst. But I think it's Smite. Maybe it's just like a crit as well on top. Like he died like crazy fast actually. Yo, Chandra, Sivarim, welcome on, welcome on. I played Grim Dawn for like 800 hours, but never thought to use dual guns with Oppressor forever skill. Usually go Diminution as Soldier or Demo Inquisitor. Last 2 months I've been playing Last Epoch, hype for the expansion for Grim Dawn, yeah. Yeah, Last Epoch is also gonna be I mean, it's not a bad game either. I think Last Epoch still has like... I mean, okay, honestly, I think Last Epoch is gonna do fine on a 1.0 anyway, but I think the game could be a bit smoother for 1.0. So I'm not gonna like expect the game to be like super smooth and 1.0. I expect Last Epoch to be like a smooth and good game, maybe like by 1.2 or 1.3, something like that. But it's still gonna be nice to have like lots of people like come in for the hype and so on. I'll definitely play it at 1.0 as well, of course. But yeah. I mean, I'm hyped for like LE 1.0, I'm hyped for Grim Dawn Fangs of Astakar, and I'm hyped for the next Grim Dawn season as well. It's all gonna be very nice, very cool. Yeah, LE needs to cook a little longer. I think so too, and you could argue like they're rushing the release a little bit. But honestly, I wouldn't go as far to say to like compare it to like Volsum being rushed for release. Like compared to Volsum, like Last Epoch already has way more to offer in early access than Volsum ever had, to be honest, at least to me. Like build variety is better, there's, I don't know, it's just like more fun, like the mechanics work better in my opinion. But yeah, if you like playing multiplayer, I don't know, I mean, there's gonna be issues, for sure. Not sure how big the issues are gonna be, but like, honestly, Diablo 4 might be a shit game, but like their launch and like, generally speaking, like, sure, there was like some rubber banding as well in D4, but there's always in like big game releases. Compared to what Volsum was and probably what Last Epoch is gonna be as well, D4 is gonna be like, in retrospective, people are gonna think like D4 launch was like smooth as fuck. Apparently like Last Epoch developers are even like changing like server providers like pretty much right now, so I don't know, I feel like it's all like all these like things are so close to release. Yeah, something is gonna be messed up in some way. But I mean, the game itself was still good, and honestly, if the game isn't gonna run smoothly in multiplayer release, I'm just gonna play offline, and I mean, that's fine. You just play the game in offline instead, not have any of those like server issues at all. Yeah, so usually Oathkeeper's actually a really good gunslinger right now, because you have Sandspitters for physical, and you have Rhythmic Blasters for Aether. However, without those very easy to get items, it's not as good as like a Purifier for gunslinging, that's true. Like, you kind of need these items, but I mean, you just go to the place where you get the item and then you literally get it with a 100% drop rate now. So you just like kill the guy, for example Rhythmic, right? You could kill him twice and then you have 2 guns and you just play those guns. Gargle Balls guns for bit? Yeah, I mean, that's like a... that's more like an endgame thing, but yeah. Gargle Balls guns for Red Hat are also really good, that's true. For like Oppressor or Defiler. But yeah, that's more like an endgame thing. It's a bit harder to get those guns. But like these guns, right, like if you're like level 20 or 30, whatever, like once you start the game basically and you get to the boss that drops this gun, you just have it, right? You just have it instantly. And Sandspitters, I mean, drop from like random Vipers and Forgotten Gods, where you can also get to like at level 20 pretty much. Like, that's just so easy to play around, you know? Like that's 100% beginner friendly. Purifier, for example, or like Tactician, or well, even Commando might be like looking decent on paper when you just look at the masteries and ignore everything else for Gunslinger. But honestly, the itemization is not as good. so it's gonna feel worse than this, I would say. Excuse me, are you accusing me of ignoring 99% of the game by just sashing level 100s? I'm not accusing you of anything, but you can say that about yourself. And I mean, it's never. I mean, I didn't say it's like bad to point out that like there are vitality guns that you can play for endgame as well. Like that's totally legit. I mean, those builds are legit, but you just have to get to 100 first, and you have to get, like, you have to have a character that's strong enough to farm Gargaball, and then you farm him more than once, right? Because the drop rate is the drop rate. Oh shit, I can't talk. The drop rate is way worse than. I should have saved the dodge for that one, right? The Sunder, no. Okay, so it's like the second slam attack where he glows orange with his hands, right? That one, you wanna save your weight for that one. And if you wanna move before that, you need to like use a Virus Might or Teleport and not evade, because Teleport, what it does move you out of, like away from a skill, it does not have iframes, so you don't like actually dodge it properly.
Oh, hello, traveler.
Yeah, I mean, also Purifier, like in general as a concept, right? Like everybody wants to play like dual wield gun Purifier, right? But if you don't play the League, which by the way has a fire and a lightning gun that you can both use on Purifiers, if you don't play the League, right, there is no item for Purifier except for like, well, blue random drop guns, like what are this called, like Oathbreaker pistol or something like the Oathbearer pistol, and then like the purple like level 50 Devil's Tongue guns, right? If you don't get those, your build is shit, right? I mean, it's not like total shit, but because the class synergy is there, it's way worse than, say, for example, the build I'm playing right now. And I mean, endgame dual wield Purifier, well, would be good if the Garland set wouldn't be like total trash, right? I mean, there's still like endgame Purifiers you can make, like with Mythical Devil Tongue and stuff like that. But even those I feel like a bit squish. But it's such a like when you look at the masters, right, like every new player is gonna think like, oh, this is a good gun class, right? I should play this. And then you just don't know that the itemization is just like total shit. And I feel like itemization for an obvious choice of a class should be at least decent. Like obviously it shouldn't be as good as like for other stuff, because like if synergy for, say, an Oppressor for ranged is by default weaker than for a Purifier, then for both of them to be like equally strong for endgame, then the itemization for Oppressor needs to be a bit stronger than for a Purifier, yeah. But the itemization for the Purifier should at least exist, you know? It should at least exist. Yeah, like if you play a Purifier, like if you want to play a good Purifier, you play like, I mean, you can play Fire Strike dual wield guns, like it's totally possible. I mean, I did it as well. But caster versions are just better, right? Like it's kind of unintuitive. And I feel like GRIMTOOLS should be like, generally the game isn't that like unintuitive, right? There's like Force Wave soldiers, you know, who have like good itemization progression, or like Blitz Warlords have like good itemization progression. There's many builds that have like very good itemization progression, but like for some reason like gun Purifiers just get fucked in the ass, I don't know. It's a little weird. But yeah, one of the reasons why we made like Purifier guns that you can use for while leveling already, like in the leagues for example, right? So that you can play that playstyle much earlier and much better than you can the base game. And to a certain degree that's also true for like more off-meta things, like for example like Vitality RF stuff, like Vitality Defiler. I mean, I wouldn't mind there existing, like there to be a gun for leveling that, for example, like converted Fire Strike to Vitality already. So that you know, you could use that gun as a filler, or like at least like level the build, level a like Gargaball Defiler with those guns. And then for endgame, you still have to like farm Gargaball because Gargaball guns still better for endgame. I mean, I don't know, I think it would be totally fine, but yeah, that just doesn't exist for like many builds. But yeah. I think to a certain degree it's fine. I mean, there doesn't have to be like leveling support for every single thing in the game. that you can play in endgame. I don't think that's necessary, but a bit more would be nice, I agree. Guns just completely sucked until like 2.5 years ago. Yeah, kinda. Dual guns with Devil Tongue and hardcore is very hard, no survivability. Yeah, I totally agree as well. I think like the best purifier you can do in hardcore is like a two-handed gun build. Like probably pierce, even not fire. Something like sharpshooter set. I mean, that got nerfed though. So I guess just like, what's it called, Balduin Purifier. I mean, that's also kind of squishy, but it's probably still like the best you can do for hardcore. Just play 1.2 on the League mod? Yeah. I mean, soon, yeah. To be honest, also, the problem with dual guns, dual guns compared to a two-handed rifle, is that dual guns, if you don't have 100% weapon pool skill chance, what I have right now, right? Currently every single attack of me, my character, procs a weapon pool skill, right? So it always forces the character to use both guns, and the animations for those weapon pool skills are usually very smooth, right? Like the character pretty much like attacks with both guns simultaneously. But the default attacks animation, right, is either like left hand or right hand, or if he dual shoots, right, uses like a dual shot, he shoots like bam bam and not like both at the same time, right? I think if they changed the animation for dual guns, the default animation, to be like this pretty much, when you when you hit the 50% chance to use both guns, right? If you had animation like this, rather like this, for, you know, the standard attack for dual guns, when you attack with both guns, it would feel so much smoother, right? It would feel so much better in my opinion. But the standard animation for hitting with both guns when you're dual wielding is like bam bam, right? And not like both at the same time. And it's so clunky. I don't know, just feels terrible, at least to me personally. Like, it feels so bad for like kiting, right? Like, ideally, as a dual gun build, you wanna, theme-wise at least, right? You wanna attack from range, right? That's where you have guns. But in Grim Dawn, it's just so clunky most of the time that you end up face thinking all the time anyway. Now with Evade, it's honestly a lot better. Like, Evade and also all the other like movement skills that we got from Forgotten Gods, right? Made this a lot smoother. And Evade makes it like even better now. It was like literally unplayable before, right? Like, one of the main reasons, honestly, why I've like bought Grim Dawn back in the day was like, oh shit, an RPG where you can wield guns? Hell yeah, right? My first character was also dual wield guns, and I was like, holy shit, this feels like total ass. This is so bad. And then I played a melee force wave soldier instead, or like cadence even, I think it was. Because I just felt good, you know? But dual guns, like, they feel better and better now, right? But they used to feel horrible. And I think they could still feel better just by, like, you know, changing the dual wield attack with both guns animation to be like something where the character just attacks with both guns at the same time. Because otherwise, dual guns will just always feel like you're a human turret, right? You cannot kite. That's why I also liked two-handed guns, like two-handed rifles, way more. Because at least with those, you have like one animation that feels kind of smooth. And you can properly kite with that, you know? But with dual guns, I mean, now on this build, I think I can do it actually. This feels good now. But like by standard, by default, if you're like playing a default Fire Strike Purifier with maybe like Bursting Round as your only weapon pool skill early, right? It feels so bad compared to this at least. It feels so bad. And the new player is like, this feels like shit and is gonna quit the game, right? So, I don't know. Anyway, my rant is done. It's a long rant. Are there any good two-handed gun starting builds? I can heavily recommend a two-handed Promise Strike Druid. Because if you are a Promise Strike Druid, Promise Strike does not proc weapon pool skills. It only like attacks and then procs like Promise Strike of your attack, your default attack pretty much. Like your default bullet, not the default attack skill. You have to put Promise Strike on your bar, of course. So you're not gonna have like different animation times when you attack. You always have the same animation time when you attack, and so you can always plan around having the same animation every single time and kite properly with that. So yeah, two-handed ranged Primal Strike Druid is in my opinion the smoothest gun build, or like one of the smoothest at least. And I can heavily recommend that. I have a beginner playthrough for that as well. I have a guide, shorter guide for that. I have a playthrough like this, which you can watch on your second monitor if you want while playing yourself. Or you can just check out the guide itself and then play it without having to listen to my horrible English anymore. Yo, hello, Ground Zero, welcome on. Do I have a video guide about the Deceiver on your YouTube Shorts? I don't think I have any YouTube Shorts for Grimdawn, really. Yana? Sparkbolt Arbalest. Who? Wait, what is Sparkbolt Arbalest even? I kind of want to play a ranged electrocute build with that one electrocute crossbow. Okay, let's check it out real quick. Sparkbolt Arbalest. Yo, Ape RPG, welcome on, welcome on. Rootnik still going strong? Yes, indeed. It feels really good now, honestly. Hardest part of 1.2 right now is the lack of additional item support from the League mod, yeah. Let me just catch up with chat here, sorry I've been like just ranting on my own. Grimdawn 2 in 2030-ish? Yeah, probably. Welcome in Grommunism. What does that say? A Grimdawn communism? Grommunism? Okay, Spark. Sorry. You can play a build around Uldajax. Uldajax is an electrocute crossbow as well, kinda. Didn't die to a low level totem this time, no, I did not. That was embarrassing, holy fuck. Are you talking about this item here? I mean, generally I would say this is probably not an item you want to play around. But what's the actual electrocute value compared to, say, Uldajax or Rakajax? Oh, I meant Rakajax and Uldajax. Actually has higher acute damage than Rakajax, right? That's interesting. Seems like an elementalist weapon, right? Plus the demo, Stormcaller's Pact, Static Strike. Yeah, it seems like Fire Strike elementalist. I don't really see... I mean, the item itself obviously like screams electrocute damage. But I don't see a world where Fire Strike is good for electrocute. Fire Strike Purifier is an unbreakable fortress. Is it? I mean, it's like good if you have the... what's it called? I think the best hardcore Purifier I played was Stronghold, right? If you play Stronghold set with Pistol and Shield, that's in my opinion like the best Pistol Purifier there is for hardcore, at least. Evoker of Agoloth? Oh yeah, yeah, Evoker is like I mean, it's not an electrocute damage either, item either, really. But the Evoker is Vindicator, for example, is amazing. This one? Oh, yeah, I mean, it's not a guide, it's just like... True. I did make some 1 or 2 shorts. Okay, stage 1 is down. Oh yeah, I didn't... Did I still not make a guide for this build, by the way? I don't think so, right?
It was okay.
Shit. Yeah, it's like probably somewhere in my to-do list still, but...
Okay, he's down. He has a hammer, monk.
I mean, it's just Ravager damage. This is... If you're speccing for softcore, you can spec even more for damage. Compared to like some massive damage versions, this is... Well, I mean it for hardcore, right? But yeah, it's still pretty good. You made a horrible decision. You watched Megafor play a duel with RF Dervish, which inspired you to roll one of your own. RF Dervish isn't that terrible. It depends what you want to do with it, but... Looks like it supports Fire Strike, but I found it was better for Prime Strike. I mean, Electrocute in general is just better for Primal Strike. Right, like this is an Electrocute item. But Fire Strike has like literally zero Electrocute synergy whatsoever. Whereas Primal Strike does have Electrocute synergy. But if you're playing Electrocute Primal Strike, right, you might as well just play this weapon, right, Rocket Jugs. I mean, I made a Vindicator with the Rocket Jugs as well, I think. Like a cooldown Primal Strike Vindicator. I mean, for spam, right? If you want to spam Primal Strike range, then you want to just play Spark Thrower, I think. And Rocket Jugs is decent as well for spam, but I don't know. I think you just want to like play a Spark Thrower instead. It's just better. If you're playing like spam Druid, you want to play this one here, right? If you want to play cooldown based, you can play this one. The Vindicator was cancelled to play. Yeah, it's a piano build indeed. That was one of the piano builds of all time, definitely. But yeah, Crow you hop. Is there no GRIMTOOLS in this? Did I not post the GRIMTOOLS link in this? Shit, wait, do I not have a guide for this? Let me check real quick. Yo, Basarios Workman. Deceiver. I do not have a guide for this. Wait, I have a speed leveling video about that one, which is still private. Oh, oops. I mean, I guess I'll have to release that one properly. Give me a sec here. So I can put it from private to unlisted right now. And post a link for you in here. Then you can see how I leveled that character. This is from a year ago. How did I forget about this one? It's still private. Yeah, I'm gonna work on this. Give it like a proper thumbnail and like proper description, and then post it publicly. I think there is actually a GRIMTOOLS of the build in this video though. This is like where I killed Mokjogo and this character as well. And there you can find the flashbang. Here you can find the GRIMTOOLS for this as well. This is what I played. It looks kind of like low away in the aim, but honestly, like the damage was still good. You can make this have even more damage actually. With like more away, you should have even bigger crits then. Anyway, I might. I mean, I'll probably like revisit that build alongside every other build with 1.2 anyway. And then I'll make an actual guide for that one as well. Oh, I did save here. Oops. Yeah, there should also like be many other like Ravager builds on the forums and on GRIMTOOLS, to be honest. It's a pretty popular build. But yeah, it basically shines on softcore because it's super high damage, but generally rather squishy. But yeah, very fun to play. So compared to like most of the versions you were gonna find there in softcore, mine is probably gonna be rather a bit lower damage, because I did spec a little bit more into defense to make sure I don't die. Alright, Warden Cellar, Ultimate Totem, let's go. Seems like a rather easy spawn so far. Just wanna make sure to not stand inside of too much Aether ground here. Make sure to also reapply your Bone Harvest, Soul Harvest buff, and your Ascension as well. As long as there is no arcane spawn here, there's nothing really that you have to dodge, except for like the ground Aether damage. And as long as you have high enough Fizzers and armor like I have right now, then honestly you can kind of face tank them. Apart from like the occasional hop to reposition. Chances of Bob Ross, let's go. Some happy little trees. You put those on, you can paint some happy little trees. And some gorgeous mountains. Maybe a cabin even. Depending on your cabin chance. Your cabin proc chance. Yeah, if you want to play a ranged electrocute build, then I think cooldown Prime Strike is the way to go. Like Fire Strike just, I don't know, has no synergy for that ever. Painting happy little trees with the blood of your enemies? Exactly. Happy little accidents. We didn't kill them, it was just an accident. No Naomi. The rat is in chat. Dutch game. Is it though? Are you hyped for Lassie Puck 1.0, Naomi? Niche, not dead. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's niche. Kinda. It could be less niche, honestly. Like, honestly, 1.2 feels really fucking good now. And if Fangs of Astakarn is gonna be like another chunk of improvement like this, it's gonna almost feel modern, you know? I mean, maybe if they like also update all of their old textures, you know? Not just the rocks. Who knows? I mean, if the game would look as good as like D2R, honestly it almost looks as good as D2R. D2R does look better, let's be real. If it looked as good as D2R, I think it's not that far behind, but like, it is behind for sure. Pew 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 pew. Okay, Warden Creek, I mean stage 1, you can just face tank. As long as you have this damage and this armor. And of course like 8% Aether rest and so. Stage 2, there's like 2 attacks, like the jump that you can evade like this, and then the stun that you can also evade, but I actually didn't even bother. You can also just like, you know, save Ascension for stage 2 like I did right now. Right, if you don't use Ascension for stage 1, you use it for stage 2, then you definitely don't have to farm 200 hours to kill Warden Krieg, right? You just walk in there and you kill him and that's it.
The dead a creature. I need some time.
I mean, how many hours am I on this character now? 12? Yeah. Okay. Level 12. I mean, what? Level 12.
See you around.
Ascension max.
What are you?
I just kill this guy, right? And then all those quests.
Greetings, child.
Dude, I'm just like, I'm hyped for the Steam reviews for D4. I'm looking forward to the Steam reviews for D4. Honestly though, yesterday was like Season 2's fire camp chat, whatever, right?
Let's take a look, shall we?
Welcome to Rift.
It could have been worse, right? It could have actually been worse. Like their Season 2 changes seem...
Impressed? Well,
Like the changes themselves seem pretty good.
news since I'm
The
cleared
problem is like the game is so bad. I'm not sure if it's enough. I mean, yes, you could say there's not really like much more endgame activity. I mean, I guess you like level up 40% quicker now, so it's like, I don't know, you can like put down the game 40% quicker as well. You can stop playing 40% quicker as well. Yeah, like Season 2 does have like a lot of stuff actually. I guess. I don't know. Does it really? It has... I mean, it looked like it has lots of stuff, like when it comes to like... basically like adjusting numbers that were just wrong before and like fixing bugs and stuff like that. I mean, actual season content doesn't have to be like insane. And it's certainly not with like reskinned vampires and stuff like that. And the whole like vampire theme's maybe like a little cringe, but I guess it's Halloween season, so it's fine. At least it's not like Malignant Tunnel season anymore. It's better than that. Vampires bad chest, let's go. Woohoo, vampires. We played D3 again recently. I was shocked that the game is so uninteresting. I mean, yeah. That's one of the reasons why I could never, like, actually play D3 for a long time. Okay, so the first RPG I ever played was actually D3. I did not play D2 until, like, I don't know, 3 years ago, when I just, like, played it shortly before D2R came out. Oh, shit. I used my weight the wrong way, no. I guess you're tanking up anyway, right? Okay, do it again, I wanna jump. Oh. I did it. Anyway, so I played D3, right? Around when Reaper of Souls came out was like the first time I played an RPG, which was, well, D3 Reaper of Souls. And, I mean, playing through the campaign first. Honestly, I didn't know D2's campaign, so I couldn't like complain about Deckard Cain dying to a butterfly. I was like,
Well done.
when people were like, what the fuck, Deckard Cain died to a butterfly, right? I was like, who? Like, I didn't even know who he is, right? Like, who cares? So, apart from that, where I was just like ignorant, I guess, I don't know, the game felt like playing through the campaign was like fun and all, it was nice actually. I didn't mind it, it was fine, totally nice. And then endgame, like the rifts were pretty fun as well, honestly. Like running rifts was pretty fun. For a certain period of time, right? Then at some point you understood like how optimization worked. And it's like, just equip the set and then deal like 5 billion more damage. Okay, cool. Then it's like, okay, I wanna play another class, right? And I played like, I don't know, I think I started with a Demon Hunter, and then I played a Crusader secondary or something like that. And then, okay, how do you level out secondary? Like, go from group to group, wait for like people to close the Nephilim Rift, reach their XP, give them a key in return. And you do that for like 2 hours, and then you're max level. It's like, where's the gameplay? Like I played it with a friend together, and he found like some speed leveling group for alts basically, and they did only that. Like you only had to like, you know, give them the keys, and then you get from 1 to 70 in like a couple hours, or like 2 hours, something like that. Just from like Nephilim Rift XP that you get when you close the rift. I don't know. That was like already the first kind of like, okay. Okay, so I can get like every class to 70 in like 2 hours each. And then what? What do I even do? Then I could like farm rifts for like, you know, like the set for each class. That's like the best, I guess. And then what? And then you run rifts, right? To farm for what? For nothing, because itemization is not interesting. And then you just, I don't know, I quit the game after like 2 months, I think. I think shortly before like season 1. Yeah, I quit like shortly before season 1. Because I was like, wait, for a season you have to do this again? Okay, so like when season 1 starts, what's gonna happen is like somebody like is gonna speed through the campaign, right? And if you're not that guy, then you just gotta like get invited by him or whoever already got invited by him and who's like max level. And that's like the same like Nephilim Rift speed leveling bullshit again, right? I was like, nah, I'm just gonna uninstall instead. I don't know, man. That was still interesting gameplay in that game. It was like fun for 2 months, you know? Like play like 5 different classes, or 6 or whatever, and like play 1 build for each class. Maybe like play 2 builds for some class even if you were actually interested in those. But like making your own builds, that didn't exist in this game, right? Because you just had a set, and you equipped that set, and that's it, right? And you could like reroll a... Okay, the rerolling an affix, that was kind of cool, honestly, actually. But it was kind of gambling, in a way. But at least it was something, you know? You could like think about, okay, which affix do I want to reroll here, and then like just reroll that until you get like something else. It was more interesting, obviously, if you didn't read a guide for it, but if you rather like actually thought about it. But I mean, if you, like nowadays, you just like have a guide, right, and then you know, okay, just do this, and then you have it eventually. I don't know. It was very set-oriented, yeah. And the stats were also... I mean, some people love stats, some people don't. People that don't love stats, I mean, they liked DW3, people that just liked like mindlessly slaying monsters and rifts and doing nothing else around it. Those people obviously kept playing the game and actually loved it. But for me it was just like mind-numbingly stupid, so I didn't do it. And yet I'm here killing monsters in Grim Dawn. I mean, in Grim Dawn though, you can at least like, you know, I feel like there's much more build creativity that you can have, you know. There's so many more builds, and it's not that easy to like put together a build. Like it's harder than in Diablo 3 at least, to optimize a build. I mean, getting the items is kind of easy in Grim Dawn though, but like putting the items together in the right way is kind of a cool puzzle. And I don't know, because of that, Grim Dawn is just like, or like was way more interesting to me than Diablo 3. Which is why I stuck with this game and didn't with D3. Oh, I was on Twitch when Quinn was playing D3 as well. But I didn't really watch. I didn't really like watching him that much back then. He was like a Pega to me. I don't know. Like, it was weird. Also, I didn't play Diablo 3 enough. I mean, my friend used to watch Good Idea Gaming a shit ton back then, and I also did watch him quite a bit as well. Because I mean, I think he basically like, got banned from Twitch for like racism or something like that, like multiple times. But he had like history was so fucked. History was so fucked at so many levels, dude. History was so fucked. It was kind of funny. I mean, I'm not saying racism in general is funny, it's definitely not. But it was so fucked. Like, people were like donating to get each other banned, and people were like basically donating to put out like some stupid ass jokes. Yeah. And yeah, eventually there's always gonna be either the attack helicopter joke or like some other racist joke, and he had to like be as quick as possible to like mute the donation, stuff like that. I don't know. At least when I was like, you know, how old was I? 20, 21? Whenever like Ring of Steel, Reaper of Souls came out. I don't know, it was like funny for like an early 20-year-old, I guess. I think nowadays I wouldn't think it was. I probably wouldn't have thought it's that funny anymore, but it was kind of funny back then. I don't know, like Twitch was just a... There were like no rules on Twitch back then, pretty much, I feel like. It was such a messed up place in many ways. Every second donor was like Omega racist. I was like every third, but yeah. I mean, it wasn't even like the donation, the racist joke being funny, it was more like his reaction to that being funny, honestly. Like, that was always gold. The Gigger. Yeah. He sounded like a Giga nerd. Dude, everybody thought he was African American, right? And then he did a face reveal. Or like at least he revealed himself at some point, like in BlizzCon, right? And he was like some fat white nerd. He's American? Yeah. I don't think he streams anymore. I think he got like banned like another 5 times, and at some point like perma-banned or something like that, but yeah. I'm not sure though. He stopped streaming because he got banned, but I mean he got banned more than once already. I don't know if he like ever got perma-banned. I think there's still like like there's pretty much like no evidence of him even existing ever. There's I think like one stream on YouTube, still like one VOD, like one single VOD is there, and then there's like him at BlizzCon because he's like there like asking a question. That's why there's like a video of him there as well. Crow_back? I don't remember that time. No idea. I'll give you a good price for good price. Let's see what's left of what's left. Greetings, child. I'm a child. Welcome, Carl Gustav. Oh, was it the guy who invited hookers on stream? It's so fucked. How are you feeling about health regen 1.2? Do you think it should be nerfed or stay as it is? Honestly, I have not played a single regen build at 1.2 yet, so I can't really judge. But I do wanna, after this Rhythmic build is done, at least after I can kill Lokar in the sky, I'm gonna probably revisit some of my older builds. And well, one of my older builds is a Avenger Water, which, I mean, he died at some point in the league. Could just, like, you know, resurrect him for testing purposes, I guess. Maybe. Or like just remake the build or something. I mean, I have like another regen build. I have a, what's it called? I have... yeah, what's it called? I have a Ember Scalding Pyromancer that's regen based. I have at least one Elementalist that's regen based as well. I think it was a Electrocute Stundrax build actually. There is also of course the possibility to do Bearer Smith, which is probably better. Yeah, the Avenger Water. The thing is, like, I use it in a league to like push until it dies for points, so it died. But I mean, I could just, you know. Usually I never do that. I really, I don't know, I hate the idea so much of like resurrecting characters with like GG stash and stuff like that. But I don't know, I guess for testing purposes I could do it. And then like kill him after that again. Just like see what the numbers are and then kill him again. Because it's like one of those rabbit holes I don't want to go down into. Anyway,
Keep your weapon.
Lil Omen and Mark of Torment. We're gonna have to start to play around these properly now, honestly. Which means we're just gonna use both, put both on the bar. So Mark of Torment, you wanna use it on an enemy that is usually the healthiest enemy, or like a boss in a room, right? You wanna use this on the boss of the gym. So how this works is you press it on the enemy, right? And then you get whatever the number says as damage absorption from all damage, right? Not only from the boss, but like from everything that hits you, you get less damage. And you reflect part of that damage to the one that you have the tether on. So you just want to like put it on the highest HP enemy and never on like the highest damage enemy, because you're gonna get like absorption from everything anyway. And this one, Ill Omen, damage reduction, it's just like one of the best like debuffs in the game, honestly. Or like the best debuff in the game. So you just want to like pretty much spam it off cooldown, have it on all enemies active all the time. But of course it's also going to be like more important for bosses than like for trash. It will really help you with like big hits as well. Anyway, we are level 75, so we can use like these guns here. Level 74 guns. Both of them are better than my current guns. And I also have empowered leg plates of valor, right? I think I got like already 2 of them. These are blue pants, so you can definitely like, you know, expect to get some of them at some point. Now there's one with 4% Physical, there's one with 6% Physical. Obviously the higher the better. And we're gonna lose Aether and Elemental Resistance. How are we looking on that front? That's kind of... yeah. Yeah. Kinda bad, not gonna lie. Okay, so Aether and Chaos is fine with these, right? With these components. But Elemental is... how do we fix Elemental now? How do we fix Elemental Resistance? How do we fix elemental resistance? We don't have anything for that right now, right? Oh, I could use No, Vitality is also already scuffed. Well, these fans are really fucking good. They're so tanky. But I guess I can't use them right now. Not yet. Unlucky.
Tinkering is my specialty.
Let's put Virus Might here actually, and then Harvest here. Okay. In Diablo 4, players are complaining about altars to do every league, but in PoE Grim Dawn, same player never complained about PoE blessing Grim Dawn devotion points. Yeah, I don't know, D4 brains are just... I don't know. Yeah, shouts by welcome on. Maybe Blizzard developers need... The thing is, like, they're like hidden, right? They're like more hidden than shrines in Grim Dawn, I feel like. I don't know. I also don't like cross progression that much. I mean, it's Diablo. It's so much like MMO influence. I don't like it personally either. The way it does, right? The way it does. I really don't like it either. I honestly think altars and renown. The problem is like, it's just the seasons reset so quickly in D4 compared to like, I mean, Grim Dawn, there's nothing that resets ever, right? Unless you play, well, there's also seasons in Grim Dawn, but they don't really like reset it quickly. Oh shit, if I go at the same time here, use your Mark of Torment. Use your El Omen. Pew pew, just killed him. Okay. Pferdestärke, welcome on, welcome on. How much should the resistances be overcapped? So obviously always 80%, right? And then you wanna... I mean, 35% is, I think, like, ideal, usually. But it's more important to overcap, like, Elemental, or Vitality, or sometimes Aether. I think it's less important for, say, like, Pierce or Bleed. There's only, like, one mob in the game where, like, you need Pierce overcap really for. It's Fabius. I mean, he's gonna hit you hard, though, if you don't have Pierce overcap. But yeah, generally, I would say, like, as a general rule, around, like, 35% is... It's a good number. For campaign though, it's not really necessary. Like the overcap is more important for like endgame. It's more important to just get to 80% and then like invest more into armor and physical resistance. And I think out of all, bleed is the least important because you can always leech against it. I mean, yeah, in the league mode there's like 1 or 2 enemies that have like insane bleed though, but the component that gives defensive ability on chest, can't remember the name. Hello, the ground. Oh yeah, I could fix elemental rest for that, you're right. Could have done that, yeah. These chronic gang members now are starting to deal some strong physical damage here now. Like, people always say, like, you need Pierce Rest, right, for Act 2. I mean, yeah, you do. But honestly, armor and Phys Rest is even more important for this act. Because some guys, like Ash the Wall, right, he's gonna just, like, wall, like, put his wall in your face and then you're gonna die. And yeah, this is also like why at this point you need to invest into El Omen and Mark of Torment, these two skills, so that you can like survive those encounters as well. Blizzard didn't even add global chat and always online. But is there no like trade chat on D4? There is chat, isn't there? Dude, it took them until season 2 to have like, you know, a search bar for your stash, right? Still no ladders, but okay. What I do not understand in any way whatsoever ever, except for obviously they want to sell battle passes, right? Except for that reason, is why do you even have a season if there's no ladder? Isn't the reason why you have seasons to reset the ladder? Like originally, before like, you know, cooperative greed ruined seasons. They said like surely in season 3, yeah. Like, it's so fucked up, right? I don't think like people would be... I don't know, man. Seasons and cycles. Like, fucking get the game right first and then start making seasons. Resetting gear is important too. For no-lifers, yeah. Or if there's nothing to do in endgame, then also, yeah. I mean, you could just like make more builds, you know? Like, but I guess that's not something you do in Diablo 4 either. You just... Diablo 4 is designed to be a game where you build like one character per season, right? And then you just like blast through the content until you have no more content to do, and then... I don't know. There's no like incentive for like build creativity like there's in PoE or in Grand Dawn. And that's so sad. This makes the game so numb. At least for me personally. I know like many people don't care about that too much because they just want like blast monsters and like they're gonna follow a guide anyway, but... I don't know, like Last Epoch also has like good build variety honestly, like compared to D4, you know. Even shooters have seasons with battle passes now, but yeah, but they also didn't. And, I mean, they have either ladders, right? Because they're competitive games. Like shooters can be competitive, right? I mean, League of Legends has like ladders and like, you know, like yearly ladder resets. They reset once a year. And that's like, I think, way healthier for a cycle usually than like every 3 months and nothing, whatever. After D4 crashed, some reviewers said Diablo devs are all incompetent. Diablo 2 devs made a good game in 2000 by just luck with right decisions and the right time. Doesn't mean Blizzard is a great company. I mean, it's just... I think Diablo, or like Blizzard was a good company in the 2000s, the early 2000s. It's just the people who were working for Blizzard back then, they all left. Like, it's not the same people anymore. That's the actual problem. And also, like, the people back then, they mostly, like, you know, they were making a game to make a good game. And nowadays, it's like, they have to make a game in a certain way because, like, some guy in a suit above them tells them to make the game in a certain way so it makes the most money. Yeah, I don't know, like, the old battle... Like, it's so fucked, man. Like, you have a cosmetic shop, you have a battle pass, and the game is like $90 fucking or like 70. Like, shit. And then, I mean, that would be fine, right? If there was like actually insane content coming every season. I mean, so far what we have in seasons in D4, I feel like it's more like it's like fixes for what 1.0 should have been in a way. And then I guess you have a season mechanic with like reskinned vampires. I mean, that's literally like what I can do in GIMP as well, right? Like just reskin the texture and that's it, right? It's like, huh? Change the color of the effect on a model and then like reskin the texture. Like I can literally do that as well. Like I'm literally doing that myself as well for the seasons in Grim Dawn, right? And I'm no professional game developer. I don't know, man. Good company equals being good at making money. Yeah, I mean, there's always two ways to make money. You can try to scam people, or you can just make a good product. Many products, or like many companies, have actually like a mix of both, right? But some lean more towards making a good product, other lean more towards scamming people. Bobby Kotick, yeah, I mean that guy is just horrible. Fucking joke of a human. I mean, the power of ads and influence is just crazy. I mean, it always has been crazy there. You're gonna buy D4 on Steam, give it a bad review and then refund? Let's go. I mean, the game itself isn't like, honestly, like the game itself, it's not like bad. It's just, it's not amazing either. And then you have like all this monetization around it. I don't know, it's just annoying. But then again, I mean, I feel it myself, right? Like, you need, if you want to have like a game that gets content, right? In proper, proper time frames. You just, like, making a game that's like a one-time buy is not cutting it anymore. I mean, we even have the same problem with the Grim Dawn seasons, right? Like, we have to get some people to donate, otherwise it's just gonna die. There's no way we can sustain it. And arguably, even right now, it's not actually sustainable, we're just doing it anyway. And I'm not sure that's even a good thing, but yeah. We're paying with passion, I guess. Anyway, Act 2, Undead Totems are kind of scary. These guys, these big bone golems, you don't want to get imprisoned in the bone trap like me right now and then like have another curse on you, like a bone curse. You can get, if you have a bone curse and get trapped and get hit on top then, you can die so quickly to these guys actually. It's kind of crazy. They are pretty scary. Yo, Lausch, welcome. Titan Quest 2 will change everything. Vanquish set is every piece in a different dungeon. Yes. So there's one from Ancient Grove, there's one from Steps of Torment, there's one from Hot Library, and there's one from Bastion of Chaos. Those 4 dungeons have 1 piece each. Okay, we wanna actually do the side quests here again. So we're gonna kill the 3 oligarchs and Kyrian, and probably have a cold stone for the shrine as well. Reaper's Spectral Bludgeon of Elect. Can a game company take the best mods and add them to the base game without any legal action? I mean, they can't like steal the code either. Like if a mod does like creates code, right? They can't just steal the code, really. Perhaps you can use Skybreaker Circlet first. Yeah, I mean, depends on the class. I mean, you can always use it, of course, like for leveling. And endgame, especially I think on Shieldbreaker, is pretty good. On Templar, though, will probably always play full Vanquisher. Yeah, if you just hire the developer from the mod, then it's probably gonna be fine. And when it comes to ideas, right, it's a little bit harder, right? Like if some mod had like the idea to do a certain thing, if the developer does the same thing, just like different, like with their own written code, then I don't think you can like do anything about it as a modder. Not sure though. Honestly, I'm like really bad when it comes to anything regarding laws. I have no idea about anything. That's like probably one of the fields in which I have the least expertise in. Hey Toma, thanks for the raid. Welcome in, welcome in. What's up? What's up? You're GRIMTOOLing today? Nice. What have you cooked? Which delicious builds have you made for us today? Or for yourself, rather? Or for other people, I don't know. Maybe you were like doctoring even. That is adding an FX mechanic like Season 5, are we happy about that? I mean... I'm fine with that, honestly, like... should I be like mad that they're like stealing the idea? That honestly... we had from like... I mean, I don't know, like, rerolling affixes, it's not like a super complex idea, right? Diablo 3 had it. PoE in a way has it as well, I guess. Not that, actually, PoE's... does it have rerolling? I don't know. I mean, D3 has like rerolling, that's for sure, right? Torchlight 2 has it too, yeah. Torchlight 1 has it as well, yeah. It's not like a new idea, you know? Like, we also took the idea from somewhere else. It's just like, you know, it makes sense, right? If you have an affix, and you get an item with like a prefix and a suffix, and the prefix is like really good but the suffix sucks, for example, you kind of wish you could like, you know, reroll the affix, the suffix, for example. I mean, so here's the thing though, right? Like, before they announced Fangs of Ascar, I already knew they're gonna have it, because developers from the season, including myself, we had a Discord call with Zentai, and I mean, he pretty much spoiled that, but I'd rather, we were like, you know, I mean, in a way you could say like, it's kind of unclear, honestly, like if he had the idea to add something like that to Grim Dawn before that call or not. But like during the call, he definitely said like, yeah, he can see something like that working actually really well in Grim Dawn, and he would do it in like a different way as we have though. I mean, it's gonna be a feature at the event, right? It's gonna be like how you reroll sets. Kinda like that. But yeah, it's kind of like unclear, like whether he had an idea. I mean, honestly, like I can't imagine him not having the idea, like, or not him having had the idea at some point, right? Like he played Diablo 3, he played Diablo 4, he played like all the RPGs as well. He knows those games have those features, right? So like, affix rerolling, just it's like a feature that makes sense, you know. And ultimately, I mean, both him and us want to just make Grim Dawn better in the future. I know, it's like kind of like an older game at this point, sure. The engine is giga old, and I think neither him nor us want to work with the tools of this engine anymore. But, so like sometimes you can like see Zentai being like, I don't really want to work on this game, you know? Like sometimes you can see like he has this look on his face, or like his, kind of like this tone when you like write with him, like when he writes as well. Sometimes I like the feeling like he doesn't really want to work on this game. But it's like, the game itself is great, but the tools that you have to use to work on this game are... yeah. Like you can tell he much rather would like to work on Grim Dawn 2 with the tools that they're creating for Grim Dawn 2, but those tools aren't ready yet. So he can't work on Grim Dawn 2 yet, right? So he has to work on the with the tools of Grim Dawn 1, which are... yeah, they are not ideal. I mean, the engine does what it's supposed to do for an RPG, but like working with the engine is just... like it looks... the engine looks way better. Like as a player, you're thinking like, oh, this just works, right? Like everything works kind of, right? Apart from maybe like using stairs in Grim Dawn, like everything works nicely, and I mean sometimes there's some like FPS loss in SR, okay, but other than that it kind of like works nicely. But yeah, when you're modding with this, it's like, holy shit, what is this mess, you know? Like yeah, you can do a lot, but how you have to do it, and like the tools are just ancient. Like, I mean, they rewrote their tools compared to Titan Quest slightly. They are better than probably the old Titan Quest tools, but they're still like kind of garbage, not gonna lie. Is he forced to work on the game because of money? I mean, it's his job. What do you mean? Like, he could like quit the job. But I mean, he also... I think he wants to work on Grim Dawn a bit again. It just... like, he wants to work on the game. It's like kind of like how I feel about like modding in the seasons as well. Like, I want to work on the seasons. I just don't want to use the tools, you know? And I'm pretty sure he's thinking exactly the same thing. Like, he wants to work on the game, he just doesn't want to work with those tools, you know? Is Titan Quest 2 a new game engine, or is this the Grim Dawn engine? Titan Quest 2 is a totally different, like, developer and everything now, right? And I'm pretty sure they're using Unreal, actually. They're using Unreal 5 to make Titan Quest 2. So yeah, Titan Quest 2 is, as far as I know, yeah. Unreal 5. That's you right now. I mean, you've barely even like scratched the surface of GRIMTOOL modding, I feel like. And you already feel like that. Yeah. Like you already don't want to work with the tools. I mean, once you get the result in game, it's pretty cool. But like, Anyway, we're approaching Act 2 boss right here at Waldruck. Maybe I should just like make my own game like an Unreal 5 as well or something like that. I don't know. Unreal 5 seems like a decent engine. And it's also like, you know, cheap as fuck to use. Not like fucking Unity. Okay, so you do that to this, right? You wanna not get hit by this. Watch this, evade that, right? You can't probably like tank the non-overhead slams, right? Like when he just hits you like with his hand and stuff like that. Especially as long as you have Ascension up or Market Torment up. But once he does this, you want to evade those. Oh my god. Oops. Superior of Onslaught, yeah. If he crits you with this thing... Actually, of Onslaught is not even... Okay, it could be worse, honestly. Like, he could have like way more percent physical damage and then he hurts a lot more. This is not even that strong of a weapon. Like, you could have way stronger weapon and hurt a lot more. So make sure you don't really get hit. Build has been linked, by the way. This just works. Alright, I'll check it out after Ogorion, I guess. RPG Maker engine. I made an RPG with RPG Maker when I was like... I don't know, like 10. It's pretty fun.
Well, if it isn't, I came.
Any idea how to look for Watcher of Erulan? Glowing ice shield? Trying to last 200 hours to nothing. Well, it's a random drop, so you have to like farm totems or doing SR or Crucible, yeah, pretty much. Or dungeons, I guess, as well would work. But totems is better than dungeons. Crucible and SR is better than totems if you can do like high waves or high shards, but if you do like low shards and low waves, it's gonna not be that good either. How would you improve the tools from their garbage state? I mean, some of them, like, they can't even copy-paste, you know? You can't even Control-C, Control-C, Control-V in some cases. Like, not even that works, you know? I mean, it works in the map editor, at least, where it's, like, most important, but, like, if you're in the asset manager where you would, like, you know, manage all your files, the file manager cannot Control-C, Control-V. If you want to Control-C, Control-V, you have to either right-click, copy, or you just, what I usually do, you just use Microsoft Explorer, right? Windows Explorer, and do it in Explorer instead, you know? For example. So like simply being able to like Control-C, Control-V in the asset manager would rather be like a nice improvement. And also like a way to, because like for many things in this game you can't just do like a database entry or like an array, but you have to have like a batch of files. Like for example the Guardians, right? You can have up to 26 points in Guardians, right? So level 1 to 26. Level 1 to 26, every single level is its own file, right? I mean, for other skills, like this is like one file for Virus Smite and has like an array of like 26 stats for like damage. But like for pets, every single level of a pet is its own file. So Guardians has 26 files. And I mean, okay, that's like, you know, already horrible enough. But, you know, it would be okay if at least the manager could, first of all, copy and paste, and also could, like, you know, copy and paste and then tell him to, like, make 26 copies and to name them in a certain order, right? If you could do, like, all of that, like, set it up, like, copy this file, create 26 copies, and then have all the name be the same, and like just change like one thing at the end, and it's like a number that goes from like 1 to 26, for example, you know? Like, if that functionality was there as well, you know, I wouldn't even mind it being like 26 different files. Which is, well, it's kind of bad, but it would be okay, you know? But you can't do that, so you have to again go into Windows Explorer, copy paste the file, and then like rename every single file. Or like write your own script to do that, you know? Yeah, you have to like write a script for that pretty much. Exactly. But I don't know, like it just should be like in the tool itself, you know? Ideally. But yeah, of course what you do is like you write your own script and then you do that, right? You have like input like the one file, and then output like you make 26 copies or 16 copies. Or 22. No, it's like 26 or 22, right, usually. Something like that. Oh, we should actually put a portal here, I think, first, and just go to Homestead first. It's quicker, like, progression-wise. That's why they disappear. The Guardians. Yes and no. I think they didn't disappear in the past, but you had to like resummon them. It's also because of snapshotting, right? You don't want snapshotting to be a thing. Where's the rare here? Oh, it's for a conflagration. Actually really nice for fire damage. Not a bad shit at all. By the way, snapshotting is a problem that apparently Last Epoch hasn't fixed yet. They need to fix snapshotting for 1.0. Like you cannot have an RPG in 2023 in full release and have snapshotting. Like, huh? An ETA for a new season of Grim Dawn. So post 1.2 patch, and well, ideally this year still. But I need to actually I'm gonna have to check back with the progress with people, probably like the next couple of weeks, and then also hopefully at some point we're gonna have an actual release date for Last Epoch. And like for next PoE season and next D4 season, and then we're gonna have to find a date, which might have to be like next year, January maybe. We'll see. I mean, ideally I would have liked the season to be out for, you know, like holiday season for Christmas, but because always people have like time to play at that point as well, during that time as well. But I don't know. I don't want to like overlap too much with like other RPGs as well. We'll see. Yeah, PoE and LA will be December. And I'm not sure if we can be like ready before that. Because 1.2 has like many things that are changing the game quite a bit. And yeah, obviously we are also, adding like more content ourselves. Once again. Which needs to be tested as well. Yo, Ligabytes, welcome on. Haven't played this game in over 5 years. They have been updating it? Yes. There is a new playtest patch. Like in playtest right now. 1.2. This patch will be out officially probably like at the end of October. Maybe early November, something like that. And there is gonna be a new expansion as well coming next year. Best beginner-friendly hardcore build. Go for the beginner builds here. I have like Solo Sappho starter builds on YouTube and also on... do I have a... yeah. I have to check out the forum post, I guess, but the forum post doesn't have all the beginner guys, I think, in there. I need to update that one as well at some point. So anyway, this game is, it's always been solid, honestly, in my opinion. Never been like a bad game. For me, personally, always has been more fun than Dusty Epoch or Half of Exile or Diablo 3 or 4. So pretty much the best ARPG for me personally. But yes, there was like a content drought in the last like 2 to 3 years. And now there have been... well, there's like finally a kind of huge update now again. Coming very soon. And also... there might not be official seasons, but there are community-made seasons as well. That you can also play that add more content, more bosses, more endgame. A new act, tons of new items to play around with, so yeah. What's more fun for you personally in this game than say PoE or other games? Honestly, it's mostly like, I mean, I don't know, it's like the gameplay flow. Like it just feels right. It's not as quick as PoE, not as zoomy as PoE. Oh shit. Getting sundered here. What is this? Paying attention properly. We're getting an invade skill as well with next patch here as well now. I'm playing on the test patch, right? Like a dodge roll and like in D3 or like the dash in D4 as well. Oh, there was a bottom right here, right? And then it's build diversity is through the roof in Random. You can make so many new builds and cool builds and I don't know, like it's pretty much as good as in PoE when it comes to build diversity, I think. When it comes to build viability for all content, it might be even better actually. It's obviously way better than Diablo when it comes to like how many builds you can make. The dual class system is always fun. I mean, there's 35... 35? 36 classes you can play with, like, if you count like all the combinations of masteries, right? So, I don't know, there's just like tons of things to do. If you... I mean, okay, so the game is... the game can become rather stale if you're more a player that likes to play only one build. And you just want to like play through all the content once and that's it, right? Then it is maybe not for you for a game when it comes to like, you know, like playing for it forever, right? Then you might want to like play it only like maybe once every season, every community season, and then like put it down again. But when it comes to like if you are a player that likes to reroll a lot and you want to like play different builds and try out new items and stuff like that, then this game is absolutely amazing for you as well. I mean, there is endgame, don't get me wrong, there is the Shattered Realm. Shattered Realm is kind of like maybe comparable to like Greater Rifts in Diablo 3 in a way. There is the Crucible Arena mode. Like a last stand kind of thing, you're like in an arena and like waves like crash down on you, right? Like a hordes of enemies crash down on you and you have to kill them all. And there's like a timer and so on. There are like uber bosses basically, like super bosses, celestial bosses they're called in this game. 6 of them in total in the base game. And in the leagues there's like another 6 on top. Also the leagues give you the ability to scale the bound dungeons, like the roguelike dungeons, with certain, like basically like with depth as well. Similar to how you can like scale the Shadow Realm. Shards, you can scale Boundless Dungeon as well, to make it, it's like another endgame mode basically in the leagues. So you have like, yeah, like 3 or 4 endgame systems, depending on like if you're playing the season or not. Which is honestly more than Diablo 3 has already. Like it has more endgame than Diablo 3. It has better build like viability and diversity than Diablo 3. Like if you compare it to every single other RPG except for PoE, it's just better honestly. It already has more content and more to offer. And then it's okay, do you want to play Grim Dawn or PoE? PoE has like more stuff to offer, it's a bit more convoluted maybe even. Grim Dawn is a bit slower paced and I don't know, I personally just prefer Grim Dawn's playstyle more. Like the gameplay more. PoE is like too much for me. That's why I'm playing this game pretty much. How difficult is it to understand the stats? Do I need a statistics degree? For 95% of them you don't. There's like 1 or 2 that are a bit like crazy, like armor. I mean, it's not crazy. Armor absorption is just like something you have to know how it works, and then you know it, and then or like you just have to know, okay, you gotta try to max this out. And that's it, that's all you have to know, right? And then you have to know also that there is a 3rd page over here that has like physical resistance over here and like all this is C-res. And that these also are important and exist. But they're nowhere like near as important as like the basic ones here that you just see here, right? So you just like, you know, I don't know. If you look at this and you understand how these work, which are, well, like self-explanatory, then you don't really like need a statistics degree. The one thing that's a bit convoluted in Grim Dawn is resistance reduction, because there's like 3 different types, like 3 different ways to like reduce enemy resistances, and 2 of those types don't stack, so only want like 1 of them. Like you only want like 1 ability that does that, and then there's like another one which does stack, so you can just like stack as much as you want from that one. That's honestly like the one thing that I would point out that is a bit like convoluted and yeah, should be changed at some point, maybe, at least for Grim Dawn 2. But it's definitely like not as bloated as PoE. It's way more tame, it's easier to understand. Grim Dawn is not as easy to understand as like Diablo 3 though. Definitely not. Diablo games are still easier, for sure. Why is armor absorption so important? So, by default you only have 70%, right? So, whatever armor value you see here, whatever armor rating you see here, it's kind of like lying to you, right? If you don't have 100% absorption, this value is not what you actually have, right? You only have 70% of that. And now the reason why... Okay, so you could argue, okay, but then like, shouldn't it not matter? Like if you have a 30% like higher value here pretty much, right? Or if you have a 30% lower value but 100% absorption, shouldn't it be like the same then? Well, it's not. Okay, let's look at this right here. So if you have... So the reason why armor absorption is so important, right? Say you have 1000 armor, but you only have 70% armor absorption, right? Then you always absorb 700 damage, or rather you always absorb... Yeah, you always absorb... You absorb 700 damage for every hit that's over 1000, right? Like if you get hit by at least 1000 damage, you absorb 700 physical damage, right? Now if you have 700 armor with 100% absorption, right? Then it's also the same value. So for hits that are bigger than your armor rating, having in this case like 700 armor with 100% absorption or 1000 armor with 70% absorption is the same. However, if you get hit by something that is below 700, right? If you have 100% absorption and you have 700 armor and you get hit by 600 physical damage, you take 0 damage because it absorbs all of it. But if you have 1k armor, you get hit by 700, by 600 for example. But you have only 700 absorption, 0.7% absorption, right? Like 70% absorption. Then you're gonna still take 30% of this hit, right? You're gonna still take 180 damage. So you only have 70% absorption for hits that are smaller than your armor value as well, if you don't have 100% absorption rating. And thus, having 700 armor with 100% absorption is better than 1000 armor with 70% absorption. And these small damage numbers, they will actually matter a lot when you get hit by like 10 enemies at the same time, right? Or like when you get shotgunned. So you have like 20 enemies like hitting you at the same time. Or like you're walking into a shotgun that has like, I don't know, like 30 projectiles, or 20 or 10, I don't know. And each individual hit is like only 600 damage, right? So if you had full absorption, you would literally take 0 damage from all those hits, right? All of them would deal 0. But if you get hit like by this times, I don't know, like by 30 of these hits. Holy shit, what is going on here? Oh shit, I have a, oh what the hell? Open caps lock. Right, if you get hit by like 30 of these hits, you suddenly take like 5,400 damage. And if you had 100% absorption, you would take literally 0. So yeah, I mean, getting hit by like 30 things at the same time is kind of an extreme example. That wouldn't be like that crazy usually. But yeah, you get the point, I guess. Against like shotguns and like tons of like smaller enemies swarming you, having 100% absorption is just amazing. So you wanna have it pretty much all the time. I should like buy this, right? Buy this shared stash. Especially in hardcore, you always want to put stuff in shared stash because if you die, and you lose all your items, right? That you have not in shared stash.
Ah, I've been expecting you, human.
Thanks for the sub, Ligabytes. Welcome into the Bloomers. And yeah, if you are like new to this game and you're interested in mechanics, I have a series called GRIMTOOLS Basics, where I basically like explain all the mechanics of the game, like all the stats. Some of them might be, it kind of starts with like self-explanatory stuff, and then goes into topics like armor absorption and so on that are a bit more complicated, or like damage conversion as well. The videos are honestly really old. I should probably like remake them at some point, but what I'm saying there is still true and correct. Despite playing PoE ever since beta, I still cannot manage to play and progress through the game without following a guide. And PoE, yeah, that's kinda crazy. Yeah, GRIMTOOLS is not like that. I mean, you might need a guide like for your first couple of characters. And you might also need it maybe if you know... Where the fuck am I going? I was like in Shaded Basin, right? Oh my god, I lost the portal, fuck me. Whoops, time to walk again, the walk of shame. You just start an elite, fix your resistances. Now it feels good. Nice, nice. Yeah, you gotta fix res. I mean, fixing res is the same in GRIMTOOLS and PoE, right? Like when you got to... Whenever you kill Kitava, right, you lose res. 30% I think in PoE. In GRIMTOOLS 25%. Yeah, I mean that's also why I say like when people beat normal, right? When you beat normal difficulty in GRIMTOOLS, it's like beating Act 5 Kitava. Like progression wise in a way. I mean the journey is a bit longer in GRIMTOOLS than in PoE when it comes to the campaign. But also you could argue like ultimate campaign in GRIMTOOLS is already like part of what would be in PoE like endgame, like at least like white and yellow maps, you know? So I would always compare like, yeah, like normal is like Act 1 to 5, Elite is like Act 6 to 10, then you get click Guitar again, right? And then you get to maps and PoE, and in Grim Dawn, like, yeah, if you get to maps, you're like an ultimate, right? And like ultimate is kind of like white and yellow maps maybe, and you know, dungeons and Shattered Realm and so on is more like, you know, like the actual endgame, more like red maps, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really like playing PoE that much though, so I don't really... I can't compare it too well. But if I had to categorize it in some way and compare it in some way, then yeah, I guess I would have to do it like that. Yo, Aldi, welcome. I would like to go hardcore for SSF hardcore. I want to do high SR. You did SR 100 with your Bleed Trickster but died once. SR 100. I've never done that in hardcore, honestly. I have no idea. The highest I've done in hardcore was like 95, I think. I did a Retaliation Warlord. But honestly, yeah, you can do like, oh, like some kind of kiting build like Bleed Trickster as well, rather nicely. I mean, Bleed Trickster is really good for like just running around in circles, right? And not getting hit. SR is Shattered Realm. It's like Greater Rifts in a way. It's like GR in Diablo 3. How did I jump? So with playtest 1.2 and also official patch 1.2 once it comes out later this month, or like maybe in November, you can press spacebar and you're gonna jump like this, right? It's like a baseline skill, you're gonna have it at level 1 on all characters with next patch. A retail build is actually fun. I mean, fun is subjective. I would say there are definitely more fun builds, like builds that are more fun than retail builds in Grim Dawn. They're okay though. Oh, you could probably try something like a... If you want to like push high SR actually in hardcore, I would probably, right now in this patch, suggest you to try maybe like Retaliation, like Acid Retaliation, Grasping Vines Archon? Something like that. That should be pretty insane. Or you could also do the Lightning Water version of that. Lightning Retail Vines. I mean, Archon is always more damage. Okay, you can also do Lightning Archon, right? So you can do either Acid or Lightning Archon, or you could do the same but even as a soldier with, instead of Oathkeeper, to be tankier with less damage. But I don't know. I don't know really how like good Water Reedy is. All I can say is the guy who won Season 5, the last community season, number 1 on the ladder in hardcore was playing Lightning, Grasping Vines, Retaliation, Water. And number 1 on softcore was playing Acid, Retaliation, Grasping Vines, Archon. That's all I can say. Buy a retail paladin, yeah, don't do that one. That's kind of scuffed, not gonna lie. Oh, like, honestly, it worked. When it worked. That's kinda eh. Is Rift Tear a component skill? Rift Tear is a skill from the runes, like these emblems here, right? From the rune augments that you get from Forgotten Gods, right? From Conclave 3. The faction that you choose, or like, well, once you get respected with all of them, you can just choose any of them. They're gonna sell you like augments, right? Like these emblems here that you can put in your medal. And then you get the skill on that medal, and then you can put the skill on your bar, and you can use the skill, right? Then you can Wire Smite, Evade, and Teleport. And you can also find blueprints for better versions of these skills. You need to buy a component skill in your devotion. Wow, Why a component skill? You don't have to use a component skill for devotions. Or is it because you don't have any other like skills available to you? Because you're really like proccing everything else with other skills. You can only proc devotions with skills that also deal damage, by the way. And the Rift Tear, for example, deals no damage. But you could use a like jump or charge and stuff like that. Like those deal damage and can proc devotions. I'm not farming this guy again. I don't really need to farm this guy again. I guess I'll just kill him once and then repair the bridge and I'll come back later if I need to. He is so fucking Aether resistant, holy moly. What is this? Honestly, with Eloman and Mark of Torment now though, like I can kind of face sync him now compared to before. Warped of the Abomination. Oh, I didn't apply augments to my guns yet, right? Oops. I actually forgot about that. Okay, we'll repair the bridge, that's all I need. Did I leave a portal? No, I didn't. I'm such an idiot. Okay, if you do this, you need to leave a portal at Tyrant's Hole right up here. You just leave a portal, then you go back to this rift and you port up here, right? Now I have to walk. Yikes. Yikes. What build are you playing, Ice-T? Maybe we can find the right skill for you to use for your devotion. Not Sentinel. I mean, Sentinel is good as well. But it's like retail ages, right? I think just like right now on the 1198 patch, or maybe even on 1.2 as well, I don't know. Grasping Vines is like for Giga min-maxed endgame, you know? It's slightly better than what Occultist can offer you. Slightly. I mean, that said, Occultist has more acid retaliation, like resistance reduction, right? Yeah. It has more resistance reduction. Skyshard Warlock. Okay, so you're using Trojans already to... I mean, you can use Chill Spikes, right? You could use Chill Spikes. You could use a Seed of the Night on your weapon. You can craft a Seed of the Night at the smith. If you have the blueprint at least. Then use Seed of the Night, right? And then use Chill Spikes. Or Seed of Skies also works actually. Seed of Skies, depending on like how heavy you are on lightning damage as well. Seed of Skies are probably better actually. I personally don't like the targeting of Seed of Skies, but it's probably more damage than Seed of Night. It is indeed, it is. It is. You could use that for Dryad. Should be pretty good on Dryad as well actually, like if you spam it a lot. And he's probably out of skills, right? He probably already like uses all the skills he wants to use and then uses those skills to proc other devotions. So he needs another skill to proc the right devotion. And you want something with either very low cooldown or something you can spam for Dryad. You don't want to like use Devastation for Dryad, for example. That makes no sense. I mean, Trozen is kind of okay on Dryad as well, actually. Trozen bound to Dryad is not too bad. Depends on your cooldown though that you have on Trozen. Alright, this guy, I mean, whenever you're fighting a boss, right, just press Mark of Torment. Just press Eloman. Then once those are down, I mean, I don't know, you can like hop away a bit maybe. Oops. Okay, where did I get the Aether augment again? Was it Black Legion or somewhere else? I don't remember. I have debuffs on the monsters right now. That is part of the next patch as well, actually. That is quality of life coming with next patch. Patch 1.2. Aether Dust, yeah, where's Aether Dust? Okay, Black Legion.
So how good work.
How doomed are we? Yes. Okay, we did all these quests. Let's go to Homestead. And then the quest, get the augments, I guess. Ah.
These up. Come see what's left of my wares.
You don't want to sell legendaries, really. If you don't like a legendary, or you have like multiple of one, and you want to like basically remove the worst one from your stash, you can, or like rather you should use dynamite to blow them up for materials. I generally like selling blues and greens, but purples I would either just save or you blow them up with dynamite. You can do that at the inventor.
I wasn't sure you'd make it. I wish I'm going to...
Alright, what's my status here? Black Legion revered even, oh shit, okay. Oh yeah, I mean we've been that since quite a while I think actually. Aether Storm Powder, oh that's my elemental is. I see.
I'll keep your stash safe.
Maybe it's time for a Leg Plates of Valor after all. But you lose 36% any rest, so crazy man. Okay, we get more here. Get some back. I mean, it's a little under. It's fine, I guess, it's fine. I could use Head of the Ground for more overcap, but it's fine. Wait, can't I? I can get something for Vitality Rest, right? Right now. Oh, Devil's Crossing is weird as well. Let's go to Devil's Crossing real quick. Check out Devil's Crossing. Okay, so Devil's Crossing has Poison Vitress. And they also have... what do they have here? They have Elemental Rest on Rings. Aether Rest on Overseer's Gaze. Okay, so I want to use this because I'm currently using Ring Augments for Vitality Resistance as well. And I don't need that much Pierce, right? I rather want Vitality Resistance. There we go, and now I could remove the Vitality ones here. Right, minus 30%, so we need like one more maybe here. Right, 29 Pierce, it's gonna be like 30 Vit. That seems fine. And I need like... I guess Homestead is gonna give me like Elemental Rest for augments. The rest isn't revealed yet. So I could use one Overseer's Gaze to fix my Aether Rest. I like to have better overcap on Aether. I could also just like use Survivor's Ingenuity. This is like all damage, OA and DA. Like when you don't know what to use, this is like the best filler. And when you don't need resistances, this is also like the best like entry level augment for ultimate. Yeah. Okay, so we use one of this. And then two of these, I guess. And we'll just have to live with like 11% code and fire rest for now. I mean, it's fine. It's only campaign, right? Now, if you want to keep your items that have augments on, you need to go to the inventory and remove the augment. You don't need to do this to like change your augments, but you have to do it to... And yeah, you can also like dismantle items here, right? I don't know, like fuck pets, right? Boom. But the remove augment function is only for putting items in stash, because you cannot put an item with augments in your stash. Like in your shared stash at least. Alright, return to Quaid. Apparently there's some quests I haven't handed in here. Okay.
I'll skip. The Legion is split on two.
The Legion is split on two fronts. Yes, yes. I could have also talked to Minova, right? Oops. I was grabbing the missing diary. It's a very quick and easy side quest. And quests are XP. There's like another side quest southwest from here, which I'm always skipping. But I guess if you want a Blood of Chthon, it's rare material, right? I think it's worth it then. I think that quest always gives you one. Not 100% sure though, because I've never really done it. I like not doing it that often. But it might be interesting. I think it does, yeah, I think so too. Okay, time to find the hive again. It's in the same... Dude, was it like in the same spot 3 times in a row for this character? It has like 5 or 6 different spots. Oh well. Oh yeah, I was gonna do another link, right? Whoops. Forgot about that. That's what I have right now at level 75, 79 rather. Swarming Hatchery you don't need to go into. What am I doing? Unless you're playing the league and unless you wanna like farm the item from the boss there that only drops, like from the Grand Vizier down there that only drops in the league, then it's a waste of time to go down there. Second one, however, could be worth for God's Ring as well as the Shrine. We don't need the devotion point, but we might get some good blueprints. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Blighted of Alacrity. I mean, of Alacrity would be nice, or is nice rather, but Blighted, yeah. The thing is, the ring itself already has like pierce resistance, I think. That makes it kind of nice. And I'm currently using a like non-monster frequent ring. And compared to that one, right, the Incorruptible of Alacrity, this one has like the same amount of resistances. It just doesn't have Aether and Chaos Rust, but I mean there's a really, really nice and easy augment for our armor from Black Legion that we could just use for that, right? Wait, am I still like using low-level Legion Grease and not empowered? I'll have to double check. Titan Quest 2 will get a German dub too. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, many games have a German dub. And many Germans don't know English, so... Alright, you want to make sure that you kill both Viziers, both Grand Viziers. You killed the green one before going down here. Here was the second one. Sometimes one of them can spawn in this corner though. But just make sure that you've actually killed them before proceeding here. Swarm Queen Ravna, stage 2 has a Sunder, or had a Sunder. I gotta check if she still has a Sunder or not. Stage 1 doesn't. They just removed it, right? Not there anymore. Oh well. I wouldn't mind her having Sunder if they, you know, put it on an attack that's actually properly visible. Shot him there now. Hey. Just got it this time. I mean, on this character, I don't need it. Last character that I played on the Reaper, right? I needed this one. And I had to go to the Ancient Grove to buy it. From the vendor there. This time we're just getting it like this. Oh, okay. Last time I got the Prismatic Diamond, which is a really nice headpiece component while leveling. Didn't have to go to the Ancient Grove for that one. This time I probably would have to go to the Grove for the diamond. That's fine. That wave attack, right? He glowed orange, had an orange glow on his arms, and they were like pretty slow as well. Those waves can sunder now. Okay, gear on this character is at this point honestly like... I mean, you can use some like maybe random drops if you find some awesome ones, but honestly you don't need any. Just gotta farm the pistols every now and then, like we have this helmet and this shoulder piece.
There was much I see my scouts have.
We just have to like reform them at some point. But as long as we're not fighting chronic gang members, we don't get them from like from random enemies, so... It's no real like point in looking at gear at this moment, you just sell it. Unless you like find some amazing like blues or purples maybe. Some uniques. Oh yeah, I was gonna check out Elite Legion Greaves, right? Yeah. That's the other thing, right? Like for the slots on which I don't have like for which I don't have monster frequents, I can just buy faction gear, like Elite Legion Greaves. Boom. Poison Wit Augment again. Sure, I already have it here. And then what? I could put a Mark of the Traveler now again, I guess. Since I don't need the poison resistance anymore from the anti-venom salve. Alright, and then we can just do this as well. I'm gonna put this ring in stash, maybe I'll use it at some point. And we can take out the anti-venom salve from the boots. No need to have them on the boots anymore right now. Salvage, keep add-on. There we go. What is this?
There you are, nearly a century ago.
Oh, we could do the side quest. Hargate's Isle. Maybe later. Maybe later, maybe later. One of these demons had like some weird small purple projectiles that apply like a shit ton of debuffs here. Not sure what it was exactly, to be honest.
This.
Upclass remains, let's go. Once again, the Blood Grove, right? The Blood Grove, so you do Firegrass Remains, 5 Black Legion Insignias, Farmers, Bolvar if you decided what kind is chosen. And you pick up every single seed of binding that you can find. Save the witch. Give me 1 sec. Holy Hamel. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome guys, welcome, welcome. What are you doing? What build are you working on? Skater Breaker. Nice. That's a solid one. You get your first sub 5 hour 94. Holy. Oh shit. Demonic of Alacrity. That's a good one, I guess. It depends what you want to do with the pistol there. I have not really like tried a proper... I mean, I've done like speed leveling a shit ton, right, obviously. And I think I had like multiple 5-hour ones. Did I have a... I don't think I had a 4-hour one ever. Maybe I did, I don't remember. No, I think it was like 5 something. But yeah, I have to like, I want to do like one speed leveling at some point where I have like some gear pre-farmed properly. So you just gear swap on that set, right? And you can just literally zoom. And I mean, skate breakers Kind of amazing for that as well. For zooming, for obvious reasons. Are you playing on 1.2 or are you playing... And I guess you're playing on 1.2, right? 447 was the best in the mod, crazy. Did you play Breaker or like She-Breaker or Spell Breaker on that one? Other patch notes for 1.2? Yeah, they are work in progress patch notes basically. These tokens here, you could actually focus. You gotta make sure to wait, not get hit by arcanes, virus by the way, use your Mark of Torment, use your Ascension as well, most importantly. Because otherwise you can get slapped and clapped and fall over and die against these guys very easily actually. These like Dread Guards plus, like the Dread Guard plus Oppressor spawn is the scariest you can get. Because Dread Guards deal like a shit ton of damage, Oppressor can like reduce your max HP, are either super quick with the Swift modifiers or can like arcane you with Arcane modifier. Or have time warped even, like slowing you as well. It's, yeah, kind of sketchy. 1.2. Here are the like work in progress patch notes for 1.2. For 1.2 rather. Your fastest was Elementalist. I mean, I guess if you have the gear pre-farmed, I mean, that does make a difference. A noticeable difference for sure. Which one do you think is better for Rhythmic, Oppressor or Templar? I think Oppressor is better. Or Paladin. Oppressor or Paladin. Both are better than Templar, in my opinion. And yo, Axonius, how you doing? That's a classic Grimdawn name. Second passes was Shadow Strike Breaker, third is Skater Breaker. Okay. I think Infiltrator is also... I think my passes was an Infiltrator. I think Infiltrator is a bit quicker than Breaker. Just because of like Aura of Sincere RR, gives you more damage. Yeah, trade through with like pre-farmed gear. Yeah, I think it's just like the fastest in base game for sure. In the mod though, I have no idea. Oh, another totem. Okay, this one was a rather easy spawn compared to the other one, honestly. There's no Dread Guards and no Oppressors on this one. I mean, they can spawn here too, but they didn't this time. Okay, make sure to not pull Zarya at the same time. Or now we can just kill her. Kill the crystals. You gotta kill the crystals before they start zapping. At least as long as you don't have like super great chaos rests and or you like overcap and or you have the curse on you, right? The Bloodsworn curse. If you don't have the curse on you, then you don't need the overcap. Then you could technically just tank them, but yeah, if you have the curse on you and or you just don't have good chaos rest and you don't wanna tank the crystals ever, so you just wanna shoot them. It's just better to like learn to just shoot them once they spawn anyway. Doesn't matter which build you're playing. There's another totem up here, so we're gonna click on it. This one, just like the other two totems before, can potentially spawn red guards and oppressors, and then it's kinda scary. Let's see what this one has. Just some insects and leeches. Oh, but there are... oh shit, but there are... I have Spectrum Miasma and Curse of Deliberation on me. The curse is faded. Yeah. Don't underestimate Harbingers. These guys here. The Spectrum Miasma thingy. On which, in my opinion, they should like definitely update to toolkit tip a little bit at least. I don't know, called like Harbinger's Curse or something like that. Harbinger's Miasma or something like that, I don't know. And be a little bit more clear about what it does. It's like a... I don't know, this curse exists since like... I mean, the Harbingers are like some of the oldest enemies in the entire game, so... they're not really like updated ever. Or like haven't been updated ever. You made a Messenger Blaze Cannon build after being inspired by that guy a few streams ago. TLDR, don't do it. Yeah. Messenger's Blaze Cannon is kind of trash. It's like Warcry and Virus Smite, right? I mean, for Virus Smite, you just play different gear. And Fire Warcry, I mean, it sounds cool, but I don't know. Yeah, it's just like one of those bait items. I guess, I don't know. I mean, there has to be like some terrible items maybe. It's like a Blackwood Arbalest, just wants the frequent version. Oh, does it have cooldown reduction to Warcry as well, actually? Yeah, that's probably like the most powerful thing then. Yeah, I mean, you just play different build. You're better off playing a different build, basically. Yep. Pew 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 pew. Okay. That's Act 3 boss, by the way. Once he actually like spawns these like pools under your face, right? Under your feet rather, then you want to hop out of those and keep shooting. But don't stand inside the pools. He was just spawning the pool when he died, so I pulled through and killed him instead, but yeah. If you can't kill him this quickly, then you probably have to hop out of the pools. I can give you the Silver 79 link. It's more accurate to what I'm playing in this very moment. Seal of the Night, eh? Oh, there it is. We just talked about it earlier. I don't need it for this build, but it's still nice to have, I guess. Ooh, and Udenborg leather. This one is more important. The leather. Do I use an external item storage program? On this character right now, right here, I don't. But whenever I'm playing on my main save, then I'm using Item Assistant. And whenever I'm playing the League, then I'm using the League's web-based Cloud Stash. Yeah, we set up, or like rather Ground Zero and Mr. Monday set up, mostly Ground Zero I think. He set up basically a, yeah, like there's a website for the league, right, in general, and then you can have like your profile, you have your stash, like your cloud stash basically. You can have up to 250 items there for free, and for like a minor donation to the servers, you can have infinite cloud stash. And there's even like trade, right? If you're playing softcore, you can play softcore trade, and you can like, yeah, it's kind of like a marketplace, yeah? Like an auction house. You can trade items there as well. How many hours do I have to put into Grim Dawn to be prepared for Diablo 5? You need to be prepared for Grim Dawn 2, if anything, right? Since this game is not going to matter anyway. Wow. Wow. I mean, is Diablo 5 gonna matter though? Does Diablo 4 matter? Time will tell, I guess. Do we matter? Do we? Of course we do. You do, you matter. Everyone in chat matters. Hello? I mean, if Diablo 5 is gonna be as simple as Diablo 4, then like, I don't know, maybe like 50 hours in Grim Dawn is gonna be enough. Probably less. E5 is gonna be good, you'll see. Surely. Surely. I mean, do you guys think they're gonna like make Diablo 4 actually good at some point? Like honestly, the Season 2 changes, they don't seem that bad. At least most of them. Since I'll be like 120 years old when Diablo 5 releases. You'll be 6 feet under. Yeah, but can I still play Diablo 5 when I was 6 feet under? That's the question. Like, who knows, right? Maybe I'm gonna be... I can just play like a real-life necromancer. Like, say somebody else can be like a real-life necromancer. I can be that guy's skeleton pet, you know? I don't know. And then as a skeleton in Diablo 5, I would need to, like, you know the game's mechanics, of course. All for a low price of like $250. It's kind of cheap, I guess, for Diablo 5. Don't you think? Like, D4 is really like, what, like 90 bucks to play early. Battle Pass included, I guess. Okay, fair enough. And then like fucking skins and like Battle Pass every single season. And expansions. Yeah. I don't know. Could just make a battle pass for Grim Dawn seasons, I guess. I don't know. Do you think they're gonna make Grim Dawn 2? Yes. They are working on the engine for it already. They just don't have the engine finished, and they do wanna make their own like in-house engine. So yeah, it's gonna take a while. Grim Dawn 2, maybe next decade. Yeah. Playing the Blaze Cannon Commando just dropped Mythical Adversary. You just play Adversary instead. Just play Adversary instead. Adversary. Okay, let's go back to Broken Hills and then a quest there. Become the Bone Zone, be part of the Bone Zone. Yes. Okay, and then this quest, go to Homestead, and then all the other like 69 quests that we've done there. And then probably we have to like do a quick Fort Heron. Or rather Stonewood Quarry, not Fort Heron.
I am told I can when the Legion was forced less. I've already
What the fuck? Where are you going?
You're
Don't
here.
pathfinding, please. Sorrow's Bastion, and then more crust over there. If you are on good terms with the Necromancers, right? Chances are you're gonna be resurrected once you're 6 feet under. Alright, now we gotta gather the essence of some ethereal and the Stoneheart Quarry. Let's do that. Thunders with this wave, so yeah, just jump over it. And just evade it. Pew 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 pew. Dude, the Petrify is so insane from Correct Devotion. They can't do shit, look at this. They're all CC'd all the time. Just stand there and shoot. Don't even have to worry about any attacks or like evading any attacks when they're just petrified. Slip's Guard is just a random blueprint, right? You can't target find it? No. It's random. I mean, just like Seal of the Might or Seal of the Night as well, right? I mean, I got lucky enough to just get it right now, but yeah. It's random. It is random. I will gather the ashes. Let's go. Let's do that. Let's go and gather the ashes. From Tomb of Archon Bartholin. This guy spawned the rock, what the fuck? Yep, rock, what was he doing? Huh? Nani? What the fuck? That was magic. The Rock Hunter? I thought the Rock Hunter is ground 0. Yeah, or like the Rock Eater rather. I don't know, he had like a time when he used to die to pretty much every character, like every enemy that could like spawn rocks from the sky. He always just ate the rocks and then died, and was like, what the fuck? Classic. Yep, rock. Alright. Let's take the shortcut here. Those rocks are hard to judge. I mean, they don't judge you though, they just kill you. They kill all characters equally.
Good, you're back.
Time to waste time. Yo, welcome on, welcome on. Welcome back, rather. Thank you so much for the resub. Much appreciated. Back to the bloomers. Like this. Is that the clip? Oh, that's Yodo. Yodo Badodo.
Rock soft. You know, rock. Oh my god, I was not out of it. Shit!
Yeah, kinda like that.
Oh no!
Kinda like that. Ground Zero was kinda like famous for that as well. Or infamous rather. Kinda like that. I think it was mostly the ghouls though. Like there's like these ghouls on the tombs that can like slam the ground and like pop some rocks from the ceiling pretty much, right? Oh shit. Okay, this guy in Ultimate is kind of not a joke anymore actually at this point. You gotta engage with like Illumin and or Ascension and or Mark of Torment, otherwise prepare to like jump away a bit at least. Holy dude, what the fuck? What? What is his weapon? Infernal of Scorching and he deals that much damage? What? Okay, I mean to be fair, the weapon has like 600% more fire damage almost. Yeah, so I guess he dealt like 5 times more damage than usual. Or something like that. Yeah, that's why you play clusters on hardcore, guys. Always have cluster on your bar. I didn't like feel him dealing that much damage at first, right? Because I had Mark of Torment up, I had Ascension and Omen up, so he wasn't dealing that much damage. But then like once those went down, you have to really like watch your defensive cooldowns, right? Once those go down, you are definitely squishier as a Necromancer, and Yep. If no turtle, I would have died there, right? Definitely. His charge can hurt? Dude, everything hurt there. Holy shit, do you have a clip? This was insane. Everything hurt. Everything hurt like crazy.
Good. It's right beside you.
The wave also hurt. I mean, I guess you can like jump over the wave with the weight now. I didn't really do that well. Could have done that more. That was pretty nuts. At least I wasn't saving cluster for the next character.
See you around. I'll keep your stash safe.
To be fair, I have some armor pieces, like my gloves, right? My gloves have low armor now. I need to upgrade my armor soon again. I'm getting a bit squishy again. It was like good for level 70-ish, but now at level 80, plus 80, it's... Like armor, you out-level armor like so quickly, actually. Angron Dawn. And you need to like constantly upgrade. Kinda like D4, but also not. Not quite as crazy. Depends how quickly you level as well. Do I ever play pet builds? Not really, no. Hey, what the fuck are these clips again here? Holy shit. Okay, what's happening here? Okay, so Eloman like pretty much just went away here, right? He really like popped my Brazilians for some reason. And then Ascension is like about to go down as well. What is this? This is Dryad, right? Bonus armor from Dryad. Now I'm jumping back because I know, okay, my cooldowns are down, right? My cooldowns are down, Eloman is down. I mean, Eloman should be like up on him all the time, but like Mark of Torment was still down. Ascension was down. So I jump back here, right? Like jump away a bit at least. Okay, wave into like hammer smack. It's like, holy, so much damage, dude. It's insane. At least. Okay, to be fair though, I kind of fucked up right here. Like my Omen is down, and he still has it on him, right? He still has it on him. But like pretty much the second it's off cooldown again, he's not gonna have, yeah, he has no ill omen damage reduction debuff on him anymore here. And here I needed to reapply it, right? I needed to reapply ill omen, and I didn't. So he did not have the like 20%, 25% damage reduction on him. And thus he just dealt like more damage, obviously. And then the wave hits me here, right? I pot against the wave. Wait, no, I have potted before that. Prepare to like jump away a bit at least. I guess just like leech that heals me up after the wave. 6k HP hit. Okay, dude. And then there's another one after that. Away a bit at least. Oh, it's the fire patch, right? Like he hits me, and I think the hit also procs the fire patch below my feet, and then that one hits me as well. It's just like a 6k hit, and then the fire patch hits like for 3k, and applies like Giga Burn. Holy dude. And then at least I cluster here so I don't die. Holy dude. Yeah. Where's prepare to like jump away turtle by the way? Oh yeah, here it's just instantly gone. Instantly gets eaten up by. Yep. Yeah, otherwise I would have been dead there, I think, without turtle. I think I would have not been able to react quickly enough. Yeah, this is like why it's hard to play a Necromancer, honestly. Like, you have to make sure Mark of Torment and Eloman are up all the time. Like, Eloman is up all the time on the enemy, and Mark of Torment is like being used off cooldown pretty much, otherwise you get into these situations if like the timing is off. Holy dude, what the fuck? No, I don't have pot, right? I can't really like attack, because otherwise he's just gonna wave me. I'm using Mark of Torment on him actually through the wall here. So like in case he does apply some more burn on me, it's dealing less damage. Which is kind of stupid because I still have like cluster running anyway. But I know like in 2 seconds my pot is up, so like my pot and my cluster line up perfectly here. Right, so like the second my cluster is down, I can just use the pot, and then my Mark of Torment is down as well, unfortunately. So, but I just like wait for I think an Omen and Ascension, yeah, and then just kill him like that. It's kind of still crazy though. Yeah, and like his weapon is crazy as well. Like 500+% damage on a weapon like that, on a boss like that, can like easily triple his damage. I'm pretty sure, because like mobs don't really have much like percent damage. They just have like a base value, and then they do get percent damage from like ultimate, like from difficulty modifiers, right? But if they have, say, I don't know, like 100 or 200% more damage from the difficulty modifier, then like adding 500% on top of that, it's like they have 700% instead of 200% now, right? So that's pretty much like, yeah, 3.5 times the damage than he would usually do. Kinda crazy, kinda crazy. Anyway, luckily we did survive, so we can continue this playthrough. But yeah, you gotta respect the Archon. Dude, these bulwarks... do they have like a higher chance to drop with triple rares or something? Why do I never get like a triple rare helmet? Why is it always the shields? It's always this one and the other one. Maybe like their drop tables different. It's kind of weird. I feel like 80%, I mean, okay, not 80%, but like 50% of the triple rares I gotten on like this playthrough and on the Reaper were either Flesh Warped Bulwark or the other Flesh Warped Shield. I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering things here, but kinda seems like that to me. Maybe I'm just lucky as well, or like unlucky, depending on like how you want to look at it.
Stubborn human, you've already lost.
Okay, they removed the Sunder on the sky. Like on the... okay, now the meteors have Sunder. That makes more sense, to be honest. Holy shit, but like imagine getting stunned by like one meteor and then all the others shotgun you on top. Ay ay ay. That's gonna be fun. Do I have Bone Harvester proc Dryad? No, I don't even have Bone Harvest and Dryad. I have some weapon pool skill on Bone Harvest on Dryad right now. I don't even proc anything with Bone Harvest. I have Bone Harvest for Soul Harvest. I have Bone Harvest to give me huge cold and flat vitality damage. Which I'm converting with these shoulders and this chest and this belt to Aether damage. So if you look at my DPS, right, it says like 47k right now. If you use Bone Harvest, it goes up to 61k. With Ascension and so on, it's like 80k. So it kind of like increases my damage by a lot. That's why I'm using it. You want to only use it like every 8 seconds though, because like the buff now lasts 8 seconds on 1.2. And you don't want to use the skill itself really. You just want the buff. So you use it like every 8 seconds to regain the buff. It's kind of annoying here, honestly, because like these guys are so Aether resistant. Zoomer build? It's like the average Grim Dawn build in 1.2. This is a gun build. Gun builds aren't Zoomer builds at all. This is the average speed of a build, of a proper build in 1.2. Like the average mobility is what I feel like. I need to... I actually like need better weapons as well right now, but like, I don't know, like... Sure, there's 74 and... I mean, do I need better weapons? They're pretty good already. See totem, click totem. There's an arcane here, you can see it by the proc aura, and also has like an icon. But he died. He's already dead. But if he doesn't die, then you want to make sure that, well, at least after some seconds of delay, that you dodge his projectile that he shoots out. So I know when the next patch is gonna be released. I would assume late October, maybe early November, something like that. you. This build gives you inspiration, maybe Spellbinder melee with Flesh Warped Strike, and Scepter in Ascended Helmet 4-piece Creek set, and a Bulwark. Yeah, I played a dual wield Flesh Warped Strike binder actually. Some years ago. Maybe you can also find inspiration from that video. Should be somewhere on my YouTube as well. Like a dual wield Flesh Warped Strikes. Flesh Warped Strikes Spellbinder. Definitely a good Spellbinder as well, and well, arguably the only really the only real strong melee Spellbinder there is. Caedrus Tempest is, well, it's kind of melee range, but still caster skill. I mean, there's also Reaping Strike, two-handed Spellbinder that can also work, I guess. Still testing. Still playtesting. But it seems in a decent spot now, honestly. Like, I think they're gonna release it this month. Should be ready this month. Alright, totem. See totem, click totem. And then move away from golems. Oh, yes, exactly, because of that. You don't want to get hit by golems, gargantuans, whatever you want to call them. Skeletal monstrosities and gargantuans, they just hurt like so much, dude, it's insane. You did I mean, later on if you have actual good armor, really good armor, like an endgame build, then they're kind of a joke as well, but until then... I mean, they're never really a joke, but they're fine later with gear. Without gear though, with Soul Sapphire gear, they are scary. They sure are scary. Alright, let's make a Huddled Fang real quick. I also found mythical Void Steel Gauntlets, but I can't use these because they convert the damage from RF to Chaos, right? These are unusable for me, unfortunately. Dude, I need good gloves, and why the fuck is my internet being fucking scuffed again? What is this? Hello? Ah, shit, dude. Oh my god. What? It's still not working? Are you kidding me? Holy shit, dude. Yeah, I don't know why this... My internet is so unstable nowadays. Alright, I should be back now. Yeah, next week on Tuesday would be nice for that. As I wrote you. Am I back? Should be back, right? Hello? Hello? I'm back? You're seeing me live? Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Holy shit, dude. I don't know. I have to like call them, I guess. I have to call my ISP. Like, why does it keep happening?
Take a look, shall we?
In recent days, this is
There you
bullshit.
are, nearly a century ago. A man named...
It was kind of stable, honestly, like the last year, but now, like, what is this these days? Hello? What are they doing? Fucking scam. Big lag. Yeah, German internet, classic. I don't know, man. Oh well. He made fun of people who play offline games. I mean, he makes fun of lots of people. And yeah. Some places in the world just don't have the best.
Took you long enough, but Cult, it appears that the ritual is being powered by blood harvested at the cult's camps, delivered here in despicable blood wagon.
Alright. About D4 offline mode, nobody needs that. I mean, probably less than 50% of players need that. But like, I don't know. That would be nice. Default garbage because of zoom level. That's one of the reasons. Not the only one. Did Grim has like full camera control? I don't know, like the camera is just the best out of all RPGs in Grim Dawn. It is in my opinion. It's so good. Players also don't need search bars or map overlays. Apparently, yeah. Before it's gonna be on Steam, lol. Yeah, it's perfect time to buy it, leave a review, and then refund, I guess. Ohio bloomers. Come on, Megafer. Any cuties in chat? Are you back from your climbing session? D4 is just a failure advertised as open world MMO like RPG and just so boring single player game without longevity. I mean, yeah. At least it was an actual MMO, right? It has like some MMO features that are more like bad features, but then there's no actual like MMO feel to it, right? It's still just an ARPG that has some like things made worse because it's like MMO-ish. And they have like people crying about like renown and making shrines, you know, global buffs to your account because it's like MMO. I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, they made good money though. They made tons of good money. And once the game like is at an acceptable stage, like D3 was at some point as well, people are gonna be like, oh, it's a good game. I don't know. I mean, the problem is like D4 is just the same brain-dead game as D3 is. That's like my personal problem. Like, my brain has zero motivation to play that game because the game is just brain-dead. Except for maybe like one or two things. I mean, I thought D4 is gonna have more systems than D3 to like, you know, not feel like you're brain-dead, but... And to be fair, I think it does, but like their implementation is so bad. D5 is gonna make another million, yeah, probably. Or billion rather. I mean, yeah, it's just like bad chest hype. Oh my god, best game ever. Buy now, log in, get free skin in fucking Overwatch 3. Or rather than Call of Duty, right? I mean, it's the same with like FIFA games. Where, like, EA releases a new FIFA game every single year. It's like literally the same shit every single year, and people still buy it, you know? Riker made a Season 2 video again. Is it like the... Is it finally good video? Is it even still FIFA? I have no idea, I don't play those games. 800% value? Let's go. The Cobra proc looks so weird in range. Well, that's why I have it on the Guardians, right? So like it procs around the Guardians instead. So I can stand here, shoot, right? These guys are in melee, proc the thing and stun everything. Like petrify everything. That's the idea here. What do I think of LE? I mean, it's better than Diablo 4, that's for sure. I do think that while LE is very likely to release too early, because there's so many things that aren't like quite done with LE yet. Even its current state, it's arguably more fun. It has definitely way more build diversity than D4, I think at least, and it's also more fun than Volson release at least. So. I mean, I don't know, I think it's gonna be fine. Like, the release itself is gonna have like a shit ton of people playing it, right? Like 100%. Right now, like, Rax is playing it, like, Asmongold is like doing videos about it. Woody Joe, right? Woody Joe was playing it the other day as well. Like people are gonna play it. People are gonna buy it. Because if you know, on a surface level it looks amazing. Except some animations. Okay, like some animations like still don't look that amazing to be honest, but like many things look like pretty great, like for the first like maybe like 50 to 100 hours. And that's fine, but like once you get into, I don't know, like there's some other bugs in there. Like the game still has fucking snapshotting. Like what the fuck, man? I mean, I'm gonna play it of course on release as well. I already have the game anyway, right? And I don't think it's a bad game. It's really fun. I mean, I personally am biased and I think it's worse than Synchron Dawn, but it's still a really nice and fun game. The crafting is amazing. The crafting is absolutely ridiculously amazing. The skill trees are amazing, like for the first hundreds of hours, and later on you start to dislike them more and more, I feel like, but they're still not bad. I mean, at least they're not skill trees like in D4, you know? Like, at least you have actual skill trees. So, that's generally a win as well, I would say. And also, like, for the average, like, AOPG gamer, it's gonna be a win. Like, especially for the more casual audience, it's like, that's totally cool. The crafting gets a bit worse later with RNG, you could argue, and that's not necessarily wrong, but then again, like, you don't need that stuff to, you know, defeat the game, really. Like, I've never personally bothered with, like, perfect 4 LP legendary, you know? I've never bothered with that. I've still arguably done, like, all content in the game. Honestly, Grim Dawn pushed from crate. More like your season would be great with that around trade. There's never gonna be an official Grim Dawn season. There's never gonna be an official Grim Dawn trade. The best thing you can do if you want that is support the season from the community. Creator said, confirmed in a call with Xantai as well, that crate, like the game itself is just not made for season, like for online content really. The game is, like the entire game engine structure does not work on servers really. So the best thing you can have is what we have in the community seasons. And I'm gonna try to get the Xantai and crate to support our season more in the future. I will have to talk to him again and I don't know. The problem is like how even, right? Like I could like ask him like pay for our servers, you know, maybe, or like give us keys for Banks of Astakarn at least, stuff like that. Or like promote us more. I mean, he was mentioning it and like in quotation marks promoting it in the one stream he did, but like Create is so bad at promoting in general. Like the entire company is so bad at promoting anything. Like they already can't promote their own game, you know. They can't even promote the season properly. But that's fine. I mean, why would he? I mean, it still like brings more people, right? Like, like some people are like, let's go don't have seasons, and you're like, no. And then they just even don't even buy the game, you know. Like if Create tells people that the game has community seasons at least, or like if people like tell other people that the game has seasons, then I think more people would play and buy the game in the first place. I mean, there's a couple of people that we had in the seasons that have literally only bought the game because of seasons. It's not many, but it's some people. And if there's some people, there's gonna be more people out there. They shouldn't pay for the session for the seasons if they take their business model seriously. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the only... I mean... It would be like a gamble for them, right? Like, if they think, like, paying for servers, or like, paying like a part for the servers at least, is like, gonna be a win overall because more people are gonna buy the game, then yeah, it's gonna be fine, but... I mean, ultimately... it's a gamble, that's why I said, like, it's a gamble, right? They don't know, they don't have any, they can't have any numbers on that, really. Kind of impossible. Like, they only know how many people have played the seasons, if we tell them the numbers, you know, and they know how many units they're selling, right? But that's like all they know. But like who, like what correlation there is, there's no way to like get the numbers from that really, unless they, you know, have like they do the seasons themselves. But then again, they would need to... Okay, dodge this, right? But then again, they would need to restructure the entire game for that. And that's not happening, so... That ain't gonna happen. They've upped the HP of this guy, right? He has like way more HP now. Logorian. Actual boss now. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I think if you face tank, he uses the thunder ability less, right? Never mind. What didn't thunder me there? What the fuck? Oh my god, I ran into it. Ah shit, I didn't use the weight as well. Do as I say, not as I do, right? Hello? Damage? He's so tanky now. That's yeah, but you're right, like, paying for a modder sense thing is kind of weird. They would have to... It's also because of, like, tax stuff, right? Like, just because of tax reasons, it's, like... Kinda impossible. They are a small studio, yeah. Both Guardians were on the Tentacle. The Guardians don't have R for me.
You've returned. So our great moment.
So a great moment of truth. Lulgrim? Lulgrim died? Oh no. If we could find a March, eh? I mean... Oh no, we need the LRS from the Elite Agent Police right now still. I mean, it's physical elemental blade. And with this one it's a vitality as well. Or like if you use the converter, it's acid and it. But I'm playing Aether, so... There are items in the game that give the Guardians Aether resistance reduction, yes, but I don't have them.
My, what a curiosity you are.
Yeah, they can do keys. They can do keys. They can at least do keys. That would kind of like also require you to be able to pre-order the game though, right? Like, can they give away keys if you can't pre-order the game? I mean, they have already given away keys for like supporter packs. Like season 4, they had they gave away keys for supporter packs.
Good, you're back. I struggled with you. You see the Luminar. Well,
Excuse me. Alright, this is gonna bit though here, right? Deliver the ashes. Yeah, I might need some more weapon upgrades. I'm level 84. 84 is another threshold for weapons. Like a 70, then 84, then 94, right? So we should probably farm Rutnik a bit now here. Before moving on to the expansions. Let's do this ritual as well. Let's resurrect Magodar. Should save my MOT maybe for... the cooldown's lower now on MOT, right? Don't need to save it. Put this wave right here, and then use it on Novaria Stormfire. The ritual is complete. Oh hey, Stonefist Rebuke. Maximus's favorite weapon. Should we do this as well? East March? Oh yeah, we're gonna go there actually eventually. Or Hidden Path, right? Tempest of Scorching. Yikes. Counter-Strike keys have value. Damage looks rather low at this point. Yeah, we need new guns, as I said. We need new guns and we need some, like, flat damage. It was kinda good, like, 10 levels ago. But yeah, it was 10 levels ago. We need new guns now. Still worse than a Warcleaver? Yes. I mean, with a nerf to Warcleaver... 1.2, I'm not sure. Did I still have the 84 gun? Nah, I still have one in my stash. But it was terrible rolls anyway. It was like Abomination suffix or something like that, I think. But Cleaver is still better for like Aether and Chaos. Oh, already killed him. Never mind. Yeah, right. That's why I have a gun, right? Because I already killed him. Warp of the A-bomb is not the worst roll, though. Yeah, let's check it out again then. Okay, let's see here. I have a gun somewhere, right? Where is it? Or maybe I did sell it. Classic. Ah, it wasn't that good anyway, right? It was bad. It was bad anyway, right? Copium. Chill out, Rotnik. Chill out, the big one. What the hell? Holy shit. Yeah, damage against Rotnik is like really trash now. Oh shit. Way better earlier. What the fuck, why are you running? Where are you running? Okay, Warped of Insanity. Why is it 94? Why is it less damage? Huh? Huh? Guardians are down. Oh yeah, true. Wait, no, it's not less damage. It is less damage, right? Because no alacrity. Yeah. No attack speed on Insanity. Just go for Aether Fire Fervor, might as well dream big, yeah, true. Why doesn't Rudnik Sunder? He doesn't even want to win. I think Rudnik in general is a boss that arguably don't need Sunder anyway. Oh my god, he also jumped away. Fuck off. He deals no damage, so his guns need to be not good, I guess? I don't know. I mean, no damage is a lie there as well. He does deal damage. Tormented Souls is like casting speed too, right? Or like vitality damage actually. Well, it's so bad. My character needs Thunder. Yep. Imagine being a Templar and having even less RR though. How do I get more damage? You kind of just don't at this point, right? You just don't. I mean, I guess away, right? Away is crit. So it does more damage. Oh, is this year so good for games? Like which one? I mean, okay, Baldur's Gate 3 was amazing. Hour Core. It's a good game, I guess, yeah, sure. Cyberpunk is good. City Skylines is good. Yeah. Honestly, if I wanna like keep my sanity, I'm probably not even gonna... I don't know if I should buy Skylines like day one, honestly. Like, it's gonna be like one of those games in which I invest like 50,000 hours and then don't have a life and just die, so... Probably shouldn't even buy it, honestly. Open sanity again. Should cluster versus Rudnik? Minus Starfield. Sea of Stars, Zelda. Street Fighter. Yeah, I heard the Zelda game, the Street Fighter game are really good as well. True. Haven't even started Totk. Have your kids already like beaten the entire game? Right, probably right. They're into Hollow Knight? Oh. Nice. Guys, do my devotions suck? Should I play Spear of the Heavens after all? Not play this weird leech thingy? Maybe my devos suck after all. Maybe the experiment with Ratosh was not worth it. And gear just sucks? I don't know, man. Why is it 94? Free? Did I start farming these too late? I guess so. Oh well. Rotnik has more HP and does more damage than me, yeah. You actually finished Breath of the Wild though. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't have a Switch anyway, so. Try forming an elite. I guess I could. I mean, I don't mind like getting 94s, then sure, I'll just like push to 94 as well, but like not the best damage, it's fine. We can do like Act 5 and some like easier parts of Act 7 to get to 94 first. Rip stream? Rip again? No way. No. This is not me this time. I died earlier, but not this time. You got a Aether Fire of Purple Lucius Blade Arm? Crazy. How much Aether Rest does Rutnik have? I mean, he has like more than one, that's for sure. He has a shit ton of Aether Rest, doesn't he? Oh, there's also Fumble, right? Right. Also no Guardians. Fucking Fumble pools. Fumble is a fun mechanic. Superior would be fine, but like fucking Flame Quarter? Nani? What the fuck? Aether is a cringe damage type, same with Lightning because of Arcane Bomb. Yeah, he has to stand on top of Arcane Bomb, yeah. I think you need to swap into 200 ranged weapon for this Prime Striker. No good ranged weapons so far. Need to farm the trees and the Udenborg in Act 5. Right, over here. Udenborg. Farm the trees, the moss flingers. And those like 3 golems. Those can drop spark throwers, and spark thrower is like the best weapon for Prime Strike ranged. Imagine playing like Aether... Aether Demolitionist. Thermite Mine and Arcane Bomb. Aether Wire Might Templar, I mean, that's just like horrible on so many levels. Oh my god, what is this? Essence Drinkers of Celery? More like of sell this shit. Yeah, before AOM, Ultra Jux would be the best, but I mean... What level is Ultra Jux? You can get to Ugdenborg at level 40 and get a gun there like around level 40. Might even pick up Assassin's Creed Mirage. Isn't Ultra Jux also like a blueprint or something? Like, do you have the weapon? If you have the weapon, okay, sure. But if you don't, then don't count on getting it. Holy shit. Imagine playing a Blitz Warlord right now, right? You're like twice as tanky and you just like one-shot this guy. I mean, not quite, but... I guess it's okay-ish, but not good enough really, honestly. What you can build with Temporal Arc Blade? Nothing. It used to be good for like Kader's Tempest builds, but honestly... Wait, are these the same? Why is this one like so much more damage? Huh? Is it the percent damage? Oh yeah, what's my Aether percent damage right now actually? It's probably rather low. 1300? Yeah. I mean, okay, I technically have like 2 level 94 weapons now, right? The problem is, I'm level 85. Like, these are both like okay. They're not like best, but they're okay. I'm probably gonna stop farming here for now. I have enough cunning, I have enough physique. But if I want more damage, I could just like put more points in spirit, I guess. If you go like that's 30% Aether damage, 70% Aether damage on this. This is 180%. And the spear is 80. Oh, it's also flat, right? Yeah, it's flat Aether. Fuck, man. I mean, this is flat width, which we convert. It's the same percent damage. This is flat Aether, so you don't need the conversion. For this one, you need the conversion. But we do have conversion. Not quite 100%, but like 80%? 89%? Yeah, Spear is good as fuck. I know. I mean, Spear would have been like the, you know, obvious choice here for an Aether build. I wanted to try Retosh because of enemies having more leech resistance in this patch now. And thus, to like counteract that, I wanted to like try Retosh a bit more. And I think it's not bad. But I don't know if it's like good enough. I don't know, I'll maybe change devotions later at 100, but I think for now we're still gonna keep them as they are and just run through the acts first and like see how it feels. Maybe I'll change it earlier, maybe I won't at all. Maybe earlier, maybe later, maybe not at all. But yeah, we have these two pistols at least. Could be worse. Okay. What's this one? Kill who? Tomb of Korvac, guys? No, we're gonna do that later. Okay, I think I'm done here for this episode then. We're gonna just jump into Act 5. Probably next. I need to upgrade my gear at some point. Oh, I should probably like farm. I should farm maybe some shoulders and helmet, right? These drop so little. Nah, I'll do it next time. I'll do like a bit of the bog first and maybe like the first half of Act 7 first. The easier parts of the expansions and then try to reform my gear. And like, you know. Especially gloves, like what the fuck? 400 armor on gloves is like criminally low. I need to actually look at gloves. I need to pick up more gloves again. Probably pick this one again and then like look at extra gloves, right? I didn't get any upgrades here because I wasn't looking at gloves. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching guys. I'll see you on the next one.